the last session, three of you went into a tomb on behalf of a.
Make sure it's in a circle.
This. You went into this tomb for a fellow called Mungus Kark, who was this nomadic wizard who was after a rare artifact in the tomb of Warwick the Turtle. And going into this dark place, you met with lots of horrible undead creatures and dark spirits and that kind of thing. I won't say too much because then there's stuff you can talk about a little bit. You were able to retrieve it, and eventually, when you left, you were attacked by a fellow adventuring party called the Golden Orioles, who were able to initially knock out two of you, and then Laura was able to fight them off for a bit until they were able to eventually negotiate your freedom, and you went together and you beat up and killed Mungus Kark. Meanwhile, tell me if there's anything you're not happy with, but just for the sake of being now, I was saying that because you'd gone to the place where Holly Mark had been, we across, yeah. I mean, I don't. No, we left it, but we did. If we want to,
I mean, if they meet up with us after we become, civil with them, you'd have thought that between eight adventurers, let them go and do it. Yeah. We can just role play them. We can just say that we've done it if you want.
I'm gonna roll a dice.
All right, cool.
Make a decision. Okay. So you guys. I'll say that when you got there, the second he saw you guys walking along with the Golden Orioles, or some whatever plan you constructed, at some point there was a brief altercation, and just as I forgot the name of the big warrior woman, Hextilda, yeah. You saw that Hextilda kind of sprang at him in a bit of rage, which I'm going to say it maybe went against your guys' initial plan. And in doing so, he was able to dimension door to somewhere unknown. So he's still out there in the world with his other brace. Yeah, it's annoying.
Take one half of his magic braces as a down payment.
Okay.
Here's the other one still. But we're together.
Okay.
So I don't know, they're both useless.
Do we know what they do? They give you 1 or +2 to AC or something. Pretty handy.
Can I ask a quick question?
Of course.
The potion, right? Do you have to drink it to get the effects? Can it be inserted,
Anally.
Yeah, well, transdermal absorption.
I'm going to say,
if you chuck it on
potion, so quite like we did with the Great Restoration potion, which stopped you guys from being stones turning into stone. I quite liked that was splashed as a magic is coming up your body, and you were able to get this magical juice on it, which was able to reverse the effect. It's not something you need to drink necessarily. Yeah. But it's a health potion. I don't think it would work. I think you'd have to drink the potion in your body somehow. Maybe depends on the potion. I reckon if you make yourself and pour the potion, so I think that would definitely help.
Okay. So what about a potion of gaseous form? Would you have to drink it, or would it be splashed?
You haven't talked the last.
I think because I think it's changes your physical.
You've got here. Obviously, you've got there.
Potion gas.
I stopped taking notes when it was my turn to do all this stuff.
Fair. Oh, cool. Yeah, fair. You're having to do everything, so yeah.
So I really got half of the last session, but I'll go.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, and then so I'm going to say that for once you were able to defeat the Gnolls, I'm going to say both of you were there for that bit.
Okay.
I was there for the Gnolls.
Oh yeah, sure, okay. So you were there on the fight as well, Cole. And what would have happened is on the journey back, maybe when you guys met Mungus Kark initially, I reckon you, Polana, would have said, well, there's this woman who's been fucked up by this horrible curse. I'm going to go back and see if I can make sure she's okay. And then at which point you would say, oh, well, if it's Gnolls and stuff which you as your character would know about, you might know about some of these dark magics, which are there's a lot of nature, because a hag was involved.
Okay.
There's a lot of nature magic as well.
Yeah.
It would have bit of part of that, so maybe you would want her to help out Holly.
I've got we got a load of gold from the Knowles thing, did we?
I think maybe.
I've got a note here for like 10,000 gold, 1,700 flat.
Okay.
Which I think we would have added to our things, but
1,700 plat.
yeah, 340 each.
Yes.
Yeah. So we already added that.
Well,
Was that not from Warwick Turlands too?
Yeah. It was.
Was on the Knolls? Yeah, I think he got
It
gold
was
from
from
the
the
Knolls.
Turlands team.
Because he was buried with the treasure.
no, but it wasn't real gold; it was fake gold. This is.
Oh, it was like treasure, yeah, and then no instant treasure.
Those
Oh, yeah.
So the marker I've got is after the ones where we met the druid. Before the actual knowledge, I've got it after that session. So I don't know.
I think that's right.
I wonder where I
So it's
made that gold come
340.
from.
No, what I thought that because it was treasure in the tomb that wasn't currency. It was just
He's saying sort of no from.
Yeah, this is a pretty early session.
And have we already added that?
It might be gas.
Yeah, I didn't mean gaslit. Do you know how many years I've seen that?
So should we add 340 flat?
340 pounds, 2,000 gold.
Oh, you said
Turns out I do have enough.
So-
I thought that was silver.
what I've got a note here for 2,000 golden pieces.
2,000 gold.
That's from okay, that's from the tomb. Okay.
Yeah, I've got 2,000 old gold coins. That was total, and like one of us is carrying all of that.
Oh,
One
okay.
was normal coins that we can split. So someone needs to add coral.
Coral.
Coral. We've got 2 pieces of coral go instead.
Well,
What that?
180.
What they do?
50 gold pieces or something.
Okay, cool.
So you might take 180. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Apparently it's an opaque crimson gemstone. Corral, maybe.
Okay.
And then you're having the boost of speed as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Suck, me, chod, chod. Me, chod, chod.
Are you okay?
Okay, so I'll say you guys have parted from the interaction with the golden oils, feel however you want about it. And a few days have passed and you've made your way back to Coolin Cress, where you've met with Alana and Rudy. And yes.
What happened with the medallion? Because didn't you say it was really powerful and it was like fed into... Were you
Yeah. No, I'm not wearing it.
No, so they no, you don't.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah.
So the golden oils just have it.
Oh, they kept it, have they?
Well, I mean, they're going to destroy it. It's their intention. As
far as we know.
As far as you know, yeah. Yes. Yeah, so maybe you've gathered back together at the Silver Sword.
Is it? How's it looking? Is it like?
It's ruthless. Damn, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say that. So,
We just insist on drinking.
Regardless, it's not.
how long has passed? You guys probably about
3 weeks.
Yeah, but yeah, about about 2 weeks. So don't remember thinking about.
So we fought the Knolls and we've done this. We traffic's quite a lot and we need cleaners.
Yeah. In two weeks, I'd say that they've. You could probably roof a decent sized thing in 2 weeks with a lot.
But bear in mind,
Yeah,
there'd be this a whole town is part, so they'd be very spread thin.
Yeah, do you think
That would be the
It happened would be high priority, wouldn't it?
yeah, it's like
Above like housing and stuff.
yeah, because it's like the primary social space. I think it's quite.
Is there not like a town hall
community.
that needs to be built first?
Well, not everything got destroyed. So yeah,
Alright.
I'd say people would probably. There'd be lots of people who didn't have their houses destroyed. It'd be like, oh, let's have them back.
Yeah.
Maybe. It still has a lot of pull.
Yeah.
So I'll say it's like.
corrupt. The owner of the Silver Sword is.
Interesting.
I'd say it's looking better, but there's still people like constantly busying around and everything. Perhaps after I can't be bothered to play all the stuff probably not pick. Yeah. So you're able to help out with healing, which is me generally on the mess. You're able to help.
Sorry.
And
doesn't sound too bad.
you've just been maybe helping out a bit, tidying up bits of the town and stuff like that in the meantime. You're able to meet with the Silver Sword, and you're kind of thinking that it's it's probably time to start heading towards where you initially where you agreed to have the meeting point with Khazal, over by the foothills of the scales.
When was this planned?
What plans?
As soon as the cooling press
He
blew
said-
us away to speak to us,
Yeah.
tell us that and then explained like where like this Dragon Ball time was and all this other shit, and then he said he wanted to meet us back.
He said he knows that they've got Bahamut's scale, which we need to go and
Yeah.
get back. There will be some sort of move. But also the guy that was like controlling Khazal, he knows where he is, and he's like, it'd be cool if you could kill him. It would be bad for Cronus and also good for Khazal because he really hates him. And he can't get access like in a cave in mountains and shit.
Okay, cool.
Yes, and there's also obviously the Dragon Ball people as well.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Find.
We know where they are.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got an issue from Khazal.
What happened to him in the end? Where did he go? The Dark Scholar.
So he
stayed at the Dwarven City, didn't he?
Yeah, so he was teleported to Eastbourne as part of the evacuation.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Eastbourne as a person of interest. Didn't want him to get got.
We left that horn that could communicate with the dude with the guile, didn't we? We was going past on the way back from.
That plan was to leave it in.
Yeah, I think we left it with him maybe.
Yeah, to lock it down.
Because we were like, oh, if they can't attack Vex, it's so well defended, so we'll just like keep it safe there.
Yeah. And it's a good thing for them to like research, see if they can like.
Oh, did we leave it at Fox Jaw?
Have you returned to Cooling Crest to Eastbourne? Is it not?
Yes, yeah, people have started because it's they basically teleport people.
Yeah. So they're doing
so
through the teleportation thing.
yeah, but they're doing it in it still is like a steady flow rather than everyone at once because they're doing these like little groups. Because last time they were teleporting so much stuff in it, introduced all that weird fey magic, caused like problems. So they're doing it more cautiously now.
Sure.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Right, so yeah, we'll say that you guys are sat and so it's all probably on the table, much like this one, having a couple of drinks, deciding on, chatting about bits of bobs, having a plan. So, take it away if anyone's got anything to talk about.
Sorry, just quickly, where did we land with the mage in the end from last session? Did you think we haven't actually like faced off against him? He fucked off.
We went to go confront him, and then one of the Orioles like went to attack him, and he like vanished.
Okay.
Disappeared.
Right. So, do you think it's worth going to find him, or should we refocus our attentions?
I imagine we've probably scared him off, at least for the time being. I'm not sure he'd try again soon, but it's certainly something we should be wary of.
Yes, as Dorwin says, there are many evils in this world, but I feel that we owe a debt to Khazal after his aid in the Battle of Cooling Crest.
We should maybe make Cooling Press aware so they can keep an eye out for us.
Right, yeah, of course. Shall we head out as soon as we're prepared to do that battle? Right, once we're ready.
Yes. I'm on board.
Agreed.
What did you go? It's Scottish.
Oh yeah, it's Scottish.
Sounds better than chorus.
Sorry. That sounds exactly like Will.
I must spend one more night in Clifton Academy. Master Boris. I'm sure it will be a long road and I will miss him. It's not very it's not very good to say
Very real. Battle has really changed.
Work rats, motherfucker.
Okay, so
I took Khazal's thing.
sure, yeah.
Are we long resting then?
Yeah.
Well, adding bones, Mr. Man.
Yeah.
Mr. Man, is that what he calls it?
Isn't that horrible?
Well, he is now actually a king.
Help me there.
Oh, can you grab it first?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm going to be the grabber arm.
Yeah, that's why this morning needs to go to let everyone get happy.
It's okay.
And do the whole table.
Yeah. Do you remember after the battle?
Yeah.
What's Mad King's name?
Fanel crest.
I thought Fanel did a ceremony of handing over power to Poirus.
We might have done that in a session after, which call might have been that for. We did it in the same session as that. We wrapped up with.
Sure.
Oh, that is good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Grab some cutlery bag. I thought that was the Dorment Luxus. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was in the mixture.
Who needs DMC minis when you've got Chinese?
You're this born
Can I make some inquiries in while in Hood and Crest about a potion? So I've got two that I would like to inquire about. One is the potion of potion speed, and the second one is potion giant size.
Giant
size.
Yes.
That's so funny.
So you could head to the North Ward district of Cooling Crest, which is where there's quite fancy shops and things.
I'm going to go with him because I'm going to buy some ingredients. Okay.
Cooling Crest is
Got a little shopping spree. I think we should treat ourselves, yes.
So what you guys would know, and what Gesher would tell you as well from having spent a bit of time doing potion stuff, is that the alchemists in Cooling Crest, none of them can make particularly potent potions. We can do a couple of healing potions.
No, good. Yeah.
Gesh has a lot of good access to rare ingredients, so he's often able to do that.
Get the booze.
Can I have a Bible ball bag? Can you go and get?
I might put it outside, so I think it's going to be well annoyed with the Chinese.
The observatory, the sanctuary where the Corvettes is. Do we know where it is?
Yes, we do. Don't we?
It's an idea.
Yeah.
But
he did say first there's a tower that we should go and destroy because that'll weaken the defenses of the main area.
Okay,
So that was he was it's not necessary, but it will help. Yeah.
Are you talking about the revenge on the guy that's controlling him? Or are you talking about the Dragonborn plan that we're...
No,
there's another different...
The main Croconus area, he was this is where it is. But first, before you go there, there's a tower that you should take down. It's one of his main fortifications. If you get rid of that, it'll weaken the defenses of the main area.
What's happening to the corpse of dragons in Food and Crest?
Yeah, I'm going to try to have a go.
So currently, we're going to get fuck up the guy that Khazal was controlling Khazal.
Oh, yeah.
Within 2 weeks, they've mostly been broken down.
Generally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we want to go and take down this tower, which
And they would have been,
the main.
they would have essentially been
Yeah. And then I don't know if we need to do anything.
harvested by some of the
We're still aware of it.
Yeah, we need to protect people there. Fine.
a lot of the mages were born in East
So we just need to keep them away from
fire.
Yeah.
They're all regulated ingredients, and we didn't have that property of Eastbourne.
But we know what they council.
We know it.
We only use for whatever.
Where else?
Sure. And if we, as us as Burst Axe, would we have any access to those materials?
Isn't the
As the
That's what
as
we're
sort
trying
of
rather
protectors of Eastbourne kind of.
Oh, but it's their influence and their blood.
Or is that
So
kind
that's the place that the cult's going to do that.
I would say
Sure
your
blood.
the majority of
They
your
have blood.
recognised sort of
The
power
Dragonborn especially
through
because they're
the
going to use the right blood to use it.
you can certainly make an inquiry.
right, but they're trying to find those things. We know what they are.
I extracted
I thought you were about to
some
Oh, it's underneath the
saliva or
dragon.
something,
What's
remember?
that thing?
Isn't there? It's like
And then you might want to find a way of
in a huge dragon or something.
turning it something.
I think we need someone else here. Going in circles and not knowing. Okay, so what's the deal with the Dragonborn and the Dropnut Peaks? They have special blood that will allow
Vile
to
frost the line
thing. Like,
So
Yeah.
where is the ritual that Draconis wants to
Yeah.
do? That's
I managed to harvest the
know.
vile
Oh,
of
okay.
the line
under
So are there any sort of other scales of the dragon? Like are there any corpse with still dragon scales?
These guys, they need to sacrifice.
yeah.
I would say they've probably been largely.
and as far as we know, nobody else knows where they are.
Didn't I roll to try and
Yeah, as far as we know.
try and
We don't know that.
And what about like the skeleton of the dragon, like the dragon's teeth?
Make a
Perception.
I'm assuming, is this what are you looking at now?
May I have a ball?
They're trying to get the like farm ingredients from the dragon
20?
balls.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say,
Well, the dragon's the body of the dragon has been largely sort of taken away. You do find a stray tooth from that was probably came out of Ventress's. Oh no, it was Lux's when it out of Lux's mouth after the explosion.
Okay.
Nobody found it on like the balcony of a ruined house or something like that.
Okay, not quite it. Can I take that and make it into a pendant for myself?
Yes.
Like a tooth.
Yeah.
So I need to go and buy some like wine and stuff like that.
So you're gonna have like a 2-foot fucking dragon tooth hanging off a 4-foot goblin.
How big is the dragon? How big is the dragon?
This one is like this.
Okay.
So it's one of the smaller
There
ones.
was something that James was like, oh, I want to take that. I was like, oh, I'd really like to take that. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
After the battle, there was something, and I was like, I want to take it and turn it into like a necklace or something. As like a symbol of my first ever big battle. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, it was I remember. It was a necklace that I think maybe Gratinex had. That was like a jade horn or something, like a horn of a dragon, was that it?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I think.
And you wanted it originally, and I was
Because I
like,
think he didn't get anything out of the battle at all, so I think
yeah.
that's why.
But then I gave you some of the stuff that
Did
I
any of us find stuff out of the battle?
we found some stuff. It was like some potions and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I gave that to you.
Yeah. No, I was trying to remember what it was.
Oh, right.
Sounds really good.
Again.
Yeah, and so if there was a cut on someone and the potion got attached into there, would that work, or do you have to drink it? Does it work?
That's his born one.
Yeah.
It might be hard because I reckon you probably need to drink like most of the potion to get the gases full, so it might be hard to get it all in there. It looks like a big wound.
Why are you so set on trying to find out how else to insert a liquid into people?
Maybe getting people to drink, getting enemies to drink potions is
Why would you want an enemy to be gaseous form? They can come out of it whenever they want.
Yeah.
Could they?
It's bad effect. It's like really beneficial spells.
Yeah, I know, but it's in. But basically, because it was like they can't speak or can't interact with things. So if I could make like a mage like not be able to speak and like cast gaseous form on them,
Oh yeah.
then I was maybe. I was thinking it might have worked on poison, not like you gave the ability to cast a spell kind of thing.
I would say the thing is you can with a spell effect potion. I think you can voluntarily like come out of it. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. When you gain the effect, you gain the effect of the gaseous form card. Is that automatic?
The spell was cast on.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he cast on himself.
I forgot about the hat that I got.
Really?
I can turn into a rat. I'm not in control of the rat. It's just a regular rat. And I have 3 of these a day.
That might be good for like magic tricks or escaping or something.
But I have no control, so the
but-
rat can just fuck off somewhere, and then I'm just like, I wake up in a sewer.
As a rat.
If I'm a wild shape as a rat,
Yeah,
can I speak in rat?
that's true. To be fair, like escaping from like a
Hail Mary.
Yeah.
To fucking ran away.
or I'm trapped.
That could be fun.
Turn into a rat. The rat will like escape.
Well, either the way the weaken with animal works
Ah,
Is it? We need to check out the baby There's some spells that say
Can you turn out?
animals and they have to
I think it just lasts.
other spells that say you can speak out, but they can like act even more like a human.
But if he, oh yeah, because he is just a rat, isn't he? In a sheep, right? He's just a rat.
Oh no, sorry, it's not that I can turn into a rat. Oh, I can summon. I can take a rat out of the hat.
That doesn't make sense.
But then I have no control over this rat. It's just a regular rat. Yeah, free food though.
But then I can.
Like we have 3 rats. I have 3 rats per day.
I can kind of like chat with animals a bit.
Okay, you can kind of control them a bit. Try.
Ask it politely to go and retrieve a key.
Exactly. If we ever have a plan that we're like getting a rat out of a hat and being like, could you please do this? Yeah.
We're in a sticky situation at that point.
I can turn to a rat.
That's so true. He's just like fluttering, like, which one's the real one?
Even when we're bored in the evening.
There's one just acting extremely human.
Oh, you're talking about the film? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, let's continue to do some non-stuff while I eat and then
Sure.
shots.
Okay.
Did you want to see about any ingredients get for your potion making? I might have a couple of ideas for some nice tricks.
Indeed, let's go and find the local. We've already tried this in the past.
Yeah, so the merchant in they've got a fair few ingredients for different things and like lots of herbal remedies and stuff. And they'll stock a few basic potions, so we can do some rolls of doing sort of
Enoch, tell me what it is that you wish to brew. I may be able to put it together for you.
I'm feeling a bit slow on my feet. This battle, sleeping out under the stars, is taking its toll on me. Yes. I was wondering if you might brew me up a little speed potion. Get me up, get me sharp. I take a swig of my head flask.
I certainly can brew you a potion of speed. It's a very particular and rare ingredient that one needs.
It wouldn't be elemental water.
Sadly, it is one of the key ingredients, but it also required a tail leaf required, and they only grow in the deserts, apparently. Oh no, they grow in. Oh, they should.
Well, maybe we could say you're like flicking through the book.
Yeah, okay, I'm like flicking through the book. Well, see that they do grow in grasslands and hilly areas, so maybe if we're lucky, we may come across one in our travels. It's highly unlikely that a merchant in the press will be in possession of such thing.
Maybe you've got fine plants and animals as well.
It's not beast.
I see.
I'll do a couple of rolls and see what we me and him can go find them from my way you're eating.
Maybe one, yeah, sure. So
I'm with you, Gesh. And I appreciate the chance to stretch my legs outside of the town.
Well, I can't guarantee that we'll make the potion, but we'll certainly get one step closer to gathering the ingredients.
did you want to have to find locate plants? Right, so give me a normal 2d20. I'll tell you if it's in there or not.
Funny on the stream because you can't see this section, so it looks like we're just doing that to each other.
New handshake. So with I got 17.
Sally?
Very rare.
That's it. Probably not in the area.
Yeah. And also it's proving to be particularly difficult to find elemental water as well. Oh, what was that mango?
Pineapple dingo.
Right. Can't be like that.
It's not that bad, but that's a mango.
Man, it's a pretty close colour to a mango.
We've got some mango if you want it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I did?
I had these
That's the thing.
broccoli satay canapes
Yes.
last night. They were fucking good.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I had these like broccoli satay canapes last night. They were really tasty.
I love it. I love Saturday. It's such a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sauce.
Have a good camp.
Don't care what it is, as long as it's small. Did you eat 40 babies? That's pretty impressive, baby. Baby?
The donut side of Darwin. That's baby.
So we go off for an afternoon of foraging with 0 success.
Surely they like something.
Sure.
Well, no,
The
you
17.
did locate plants to look at this specific plant, and the plant just isn't in the area.
God.
Fine.
So, yeah.
Do you want to see if we can add anything else while we're out here? Just look for plants generally.
Did you want to do a foraging check?
Yeah, okay, cool.
Do it one for. Oh, sure. I only got one bit. It's quite awkward to dip at this angle, so CBA.
Well.
Yeah.
25.
Nice. I think you actually know the rules better than I do for this.
Yeah. So.
Four. See, that's the thing. That's so cool. I don't really have one.
Yeah. Do you think you will as you level up? If you like,
I'll get more stuff, just kind of more of the same.
yeah.
I'll get more spells and stuff. I haven't really looked at my spells.
There you go.
That's fun.
I'll get one, please.
If you want to still batter or something.
Or
a bit of
kind of water, mate. Please.
Yeah, the water in the fridge. Like,
What have you got? What have you found out there?
Well,
Oh my god.
my name is Gesh.
Sorry.
what do you want, Raj?
Well, we've got this wonderful smelling herb here that can help one get to sleep. Also, makes potions much easier to brew. You have lavender. Found fuckloads of lavender, annoyingly. It's like I've already got loads of lavender. I've just found loads more.
It's a herb beauty.
Yeah.
Another plane or a plane
What's
to
it?
do this.
Oh, that is cool.
Lavender and gooseberries, isn't it, old Jennifer? Wow.
I did catch a whiff of something pleasant in the air not too long ago, but for the life of me, I couldn't pick out which flower it was coming from.
Then I
Oh, this is cool.
also got
Into this, and it's like a tiny little
also
teeth, I
found
think. So the way it attacks it, touches something and then just continuously drains blood from it. So like at the beginning of each go, they lose it.
What's the damage?
It's not massive. It's only 1d4 plus 3 at the start of each of its go.
Oh,
I think.
you see this here, Enoch. This
Yeah, okay, so it can get rid of it, but it has to
this
use an action
what
to
many
do it.
call this Many drow, at least steps ago. These jagged red headlines can be found
And it's kind of
growing.
more, a bit more
Learning sunflowers, yeah.
It's like, I'm a big bear.
Now you're speaking my language. Yeah.
It's almost as if the world itself is trying to test humanity by letting these by letting these flowers grow everywhere. These petals are used as a base for toxins that can offer extremely powerful damage.
Now
For this reason, worm tongue is highly illegal, so we must either leave it be or
You can
take
do
it and we do not speak.
Well, actually, it's like I've seen animals.
really, I think the same with me. I've always thought that the protectors of Cool Crest
I can say that.
are a bit above the law.
I sort of say, can I sort of open my satchel and I've already got a few tongue petals in my pocket. I actually have. So they basically you can brew a poison with it. It's the basic poison.
One rule for Cool and Crest, one rule for us, I guess.
Say what you will.
Okay. So with that, after what how do you not find traipsing around a relatively boring, slow walk, waiting to find goodies?
Enoch's been pretty underwhelmed. He thought there would be a bit more instant gratification, like finding loads of stuff, just chucking in a cauldron, making like 5 potions at once.
Yeah,
How ignorant he is.
He's enjoyed the walk and and the company, but he's not a potion maker.
Yeah, potion buyer.
Yeah, he's a potion buyer. He is very interested about the assassin that we just found, though, and he's interested that Gesh has quite a lot of it, and that it's illegal, which is to own or possess. So Enoch is Enoch's learned that Gesh is not above the law and is maybe even a bit critical sometimes with how he sort of talks down to Enoch.
So true.
When he has the bag full of illegal things.
I only just read and found out that it's illegal.
Ignorance is not an excuse. Yes.
It's also one thing to talk. Like, I didn't think you're talking down on Enoch for doing stuff that's illegal. You're talking down to him for doing stuff that's immoral. I think to Gesh, owning this stuff probably isn't immoral. It's like, I utilize it to kill enemies who aren't typically evil.
But obviously he's going to play up to it, isn't he?
Yeah,
So,
true.
yeah.
Okay, so along with that, we'll
Whereas Enoch's going to do the same thing, but line his pockets at the same time. We all have our motivations.
and ruining people's lives.
Enoch's not ruining that many people's lives.
The fact that it's that many.
No, actually, you know what? I think
Excitement, I think.
I don't think Enoch's ruined anyone's life. That was Typhos.
You stole from that potion, lady.
And then through the dark.
No, flirting through the night. Sorry, going through the night. I'd say that stealing from a shopkeep to protect a city, I would say, was a similar level of
It's not immoral,
It's like
vigilante, yeah.
So I'm not sure I ruined her life by stealing 2 potions as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's fine.
Bang, selling all these.
In anything, she's the bad guy for profiteering.
You just smart however you want.
She was war. Not going to be party to her war profiteering.
Morality is subjective.
Yeah.
And also, they said that they still needed. They still needed people to sell things in Cool and Crest, so they could still collect taxes off profits and stuff like that. So to fund other areas of the war as well.
Yeah, but
They're encouraging people to sell stuff as well. Anyway, we'll move on a little bit. I mean, we can, if we just want to get the show on, we can literally just skip to the meeting with Khazal if you want. Just any conversations anybody wants to have on the way, they can obviously say so. But I'm
gonna try to brew some potions, but I'll do it while you're chatting.
okay, sure, yeah. Each night around as he sat for camp, spent an evening brewing away. So Yes, you arrive in this nice glade in quite a fairly sparse woodland, with birch and birch trees dotted around, with decent gaps between them. And yeah, this within this glade, you just kind of wait there for maybe you're there a day early or so you sort of camp there. Maybe some of you spend the day hunting and stuff like that. I get the impression really probably isn't too asked about hunting and stuff like that.
No, it's all about balance and.
Yeah, she's not like a super like
No.
traditional druid. She's more like a
She's against like hunting to extinction.
yeah.
What good am I?
Along against hunting in general.
Okay.
Well, never.
Yes, sure. Around, would you?
Technically, can't even. You are plans. Yes. Okay. So yeah, a bit of foraging, a bit of hunting to offset the rations that you've got, and also to have some fresh food. And yeah, the following day, maybe some of you are off doing little bits and bobs, and then you just hear this sort of introductory roar that kind of gathers you all around, and you all look up and you see Khazal flying over the treetops, kind of in a wide circle. And after a little while,
You see, like as the roar happens, Enoch just like slowly starts to just crouch down into the grass.
As you've all kind of gathered round into this central glade, he kind of quite delicately lands himself down. There's still the ground still kind of shakes as he actually touches down, and he kind of looks between you on his four large legs and says, "Well, kayaks, the time has come. We're ready to head to Sestratek."
To where?
Where?
Sestratek is his name. Sestris.
Cestrus.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
What's Sestek?
Any opportunity?
Nice.
Red.
Fresh time.
Yeah, so I mean, he explained before that this is the place where Corvex lives.
And Warwick is the one that was controlling it.
Yes.
Got it. I believe we are. Unless anyone.
I lead the way, Great Khazal.
Very well. We can talk as we travel. And with that, he kind of lowers himself down and allows you to. If I'm on board. Yeah.
We need to get to the silence one. Regularly.
It's an armchair. It's like screwed into his scale.
Yeah, Dragos like runs up his wing and then like runs up his neck, jumps off his neck, and then flies round to me. I get on Dragos and then we go.
Nice. And so with that, you see that he kind of is purposefully gentle with his taking off. And before long, you're kind of soaring just above the treetops, and then you begin rapidly gaining height with each of his kind of slow flaps. It takes you up higher and higher.
Dragos is really struggling to keep up, but he's doing his best.
Sometimes just like that's under his tail.
Like his arm doesn't even feel it.
And before long, you're kind of looking over this magnificent view over the tops of, kind of flying at similar height to the tops of the scales. Looking down, you can probably would you be able to make out Cooling Fresh? Probably not. Depends how fun it is, because it's a good like week travel or so, which is like
Maybe
miles roughly.
Maybe at night we could see like the lights on the horizon, like reflecting off the clouds and stuff.
Even on Khazal, takes a week to travel 200 miles.
No. We've travelled 200 miles.
Oh, I
to
see.
meet
Yeah. Yes, and sorry, I'm just making this slow. Yeah. Flying over the scale, you can see he begins heading southward, and on his journey, takes you over kind of still around the edge of the scales initially. He wants to avoid some of the potential conflict you can find in the scales, the dragons and You fly over Black Arrow Valley, which looks like this kind of brown scar, which feeds out into the London fields themselves. Far in the distance, you can see the Dimwalk Woods over to the.
We're flying north, aren't we? Sorry.
We're flying south. Indeed. Yeah, you find as you continue along this journey along the scales, Khazal will occasionally tell you about some of the routes around here that he knows that the dragons will frequent and tries to avoid some of the territories. But for those of you who are more sort of perceptive or more on it with your navigational instincts, you would notice, based on where the sun's position is and even the stars at night time, that the route you take is actually quite
Meandering.
quite meandering, yes, yeah. So surprisingly so, given you think a dragon would just go to
Fuck off, yeah.
Do we see any other dragons?
I would say that Khazal probably well experienced, constantly traveling up and down the scales for different reasons, and is pretty good at knowing how, when he would expect to see different dragons and things like that. But yeah, on the journey, obviously, I'm happy to just continue. But if you have any questions with Khazal, anything you want to say, then go ahead. If you're all good, then we're on it.
So, Khazal, if we are to kill Corvexes, would that mean that the curse laid upon you would be relinquished? Or would they still have control over you?
He says, well, for me, since Orenthor was able to destroy the gem, I've been completely free of his curse. It's simply...
It's payback.
It's
It's pretty purely an revenge. Okay, brilliant.
He says, there are others who have been put under his control, and I'm intrigued to see whether, in his demise, those dragons will also be free, or whether the curse stems deeper into Crojotek. Croconis, sorry.
The other dragons he has under control, chromatic.
Indeed. So, even if they were to be freed, they would likely still pose a threat to your kind, I'm sorry to say.
Alright, can't be helped.
Yourself being a dragon, when you encounter other dragons, is it an amicable interaction, or are you known to be hostile to each other?
Chromatic dragons are. It is very rare for one of them to enjoy the company of another. We have inherent anger, inherent greed. These things they cannot be completely overcome. Not even by me, who has been taught directly under Orenthor. Unfortunately for me, it's unlikely for me to even be accepted within the metallic dragons, as our rivalry stems generations past.
Yes, that makes sense considering this very meandering path we seem to be flying through scales. You are taking extra care to keep us hidden.
Indeed. Through the stars well, Gersh.
Sorry if it's me covered. Do we know what sort of battlements or defences this place has that we're flying to?
He said, I have spent much of my time around Sestratek. However,
So unnecessary. Why did you do this to yourself and us?
he says, entering it has never been an option for me. However, I have heard that if you are not a member of the cult, to enter, there is a series of complex trials to get past.
Literally would not be the reaction.
You were a character again.
He says the specifics of these challenges are unknown to me. I'm sure the power you've displayed so far, Berkax, that you will be able to achieve what is required. Once you are in there, you will have to make your way to Vexus himself. He's a powerful foe. He is keen on dark arts, necromancy and the like. However, if you are able to strike enough fear into him, he will undoubtedly make his way to the observatory where I will be waiting.
Right. For their challenge.
What was I going to say?
I must ask as well. It may seem a trivial and annoying question, but do you know on this journey that we're traveling of any ancient battles or any fallings of any previous dragons, that maybe some burial sites that we might be flying over on our way to Sestratek?
Smashed it.
He says, the knowledge and my personal understanding of the law of these lands, unfortunately, has been somewhat warped during my time under the control of the cult of Proconus. However, I am aware of some ancient places that have been, from before my time under the control, that were once the site of great battle. I know in particular where, even where Owenthor had fought himself.
I ask only because I seek a particularly rare and highly potent magical ingredient that aids me to brew the most powerful potions to aid myself. Elemental water. I don't particularly seek. He says, if you could share some insight, I will be in your debt even further.
I know of this material that you seek. It is.
But he doesn't have a clue.
It's all gone.
I drank it.
All of it.
I'm afraid I'm not sure of specific site where this may be. I've come across it in my time. If you are able to find, I will be able to show you where some of these battles have taken place. Perhaps some of the lingering remnants of magic there would allow it to persist.
Yes. I'm surprised Enoch has not told you already that he seeks this potion of speed and a potion to make himself the size of maybe me one day. But,
A lot bigger than you get.
how big do you go?
Giant size.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, like
Khazal
Khazal?
would be huge.
Oh my god,
Not
it's
just size.
What's it?
Yeah, I know.
Khazal good.
Gargantuan, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be huge.
How big is huge?
Like 10
40
10
minutes.
There's a
10 foot.
there's a little diagram here which shows you. So small, medium, large, huge.
Oh wow.
Wow.
And so Gargantuan is that plus, like anything huge plus. So
Okay.
Oh, that's more than 10 feet, isn't it? Are we humans medium, aren't
yes.
So that's like 40 foot, mate.
they? Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
I know. I really want to be a 40-foot eagle.
Imagine you're trying to stealth after every roll.
You have some kind of hindrance to your like.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Doesn't say I have any hindrance to it.
Shit, oh, come on. You got me a 40-foot gnome and still be like dexterous as fuck and like being able to hide in anything.
It depends where it is. Like if he's in a forest, he can probably hide. But if he's in somewhere else,
Again, I don't know. In the heat of the battle, like a little gnome disappearing behind a rock, yeah, you're not gonna see them.
yeah, but you can have a big,
sorry.
like a giant.
But fucking 40-foot thing disappearing behind a tree. Is there?
Probably more like 25 foot or something. But like
But still.
he probably. But the thing is he knows how to like move quietly and stuff. You know, like a giant can be sneaky.
I've never seen a giant.
You've never
thing.
I've never seen a giant be sneaky. No, yeah, it's just.
Well, the giants in what's the bloody
The FG.
Yeah, the MG. They're very sneaky. They sneak through London and steal dreams. It's got you there.
Magic's got you there. Yeah.
Magical journey.
Yeah.
In D&D, just the potion that makes you go from 3 to 25.
But does that grant you abilities to?
I think it does
Potion of giant size, wasn't it?
Potion of giant size, yeah.
Yeah, you become huge. You become huge for 24 hours.
Huge.
If you are huge.
4 hours.
Yeah. The next link is balancing the potion of giant size.
Because I won't tell you all of it.
Yeah.
But it's like it would be pretty fucking wow.
Yeah, so after a few days more travel.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say. Khazal, sorry if Khazal, how long exactly was it that you were under this curse?
My understanding of my time under the curse is a little unclear. However, based on how the world's changed and how I've seen it change in the past, I would say at least upwards of 200 years, perhaps more.
200 years. Oh,
Indeed.
damn. Okay.
As you can understand, it has been a rather harrowing experience. Remember, I was there when Orenthal was first under the curse of his own. And I was there on his death. And I was there to witness his tomb fade from recent memory.
Okay. And you don't remember much of your time under the curse, or?
It comes in strange waves, often in my dreams, unexpected moments near places of power. You may not know it, but dragons have an unusual connection to the arcane arts, something that's not fully within our control. It is said that the golden dragons, Orenthal was such an example, seem to have a better understanding of this. They will often spend their days in a different form, often as old and wise wizards will spend their days collecting spells and learning them. This is something that, despite my best efforts, has completely eluded me. I think it is most likely my blood ties to Tiamat.
Right. So you're a direct relation of Tiamat?
All chromatic dragons are sons and daughters of Tiamat.
Okay.
Quite some hierarchy. Hereditary. Yes, ancestry.
Yeah, I'm not sure people know about genes in names do.
And in your time under the curse, did you meet many other dragons that were also cursed? Do you remember any occurrences of?
Croconis were particularly keen to keep us separate from our kin, to enforce our isolation. Any interaction we've had with one another has been brief. With that said, Ventress and Luxus were brought together as one, I believe, due to the will of Grasinex. And there are others that are known to guard certain safe spots belonging to Croconis that will work in small teams. I believe they fear a similar situation to was influence over me, or even though he was particularly intelligent with the way he educated me, they were still able to extract some of the information and were able to detect his influence.
Okay.
Okay.
And so you wouldn't have any idea roughly of how many dragons Croconis has under their control?
I know certainly of at least 8 others. However, there could well be more. I would not be surprised if there were many more. Croconis has many secrets, even to me. Some of the most high-ranking lieutenants most likely do not understand the full extent of the cult.
Okay.
Did you know of Luxus and Betrus before the Battle of Cooling Cress?
I did. I knew of their existence and had come across them once or twice. There was once a time, long ago, a painful memory where where I was once present when they had forced Beatrice and Luxus to fight. It was a rather tragic display. Fortunately, neither were killed.
Can I ask who won?
Indeed, it was Beatrice. White dragons are unusual compared to many others. While they do have power, they lack intelligence. They are closer to beasts. However, black dragons, much like the rest of us, are incredibly cunning. And with his intelligence, he was able to outsmart Luxus.
Out of interest, would we have observed is Khazal, or was Khazal, noticeably more larger or more powerful than either Luxus or Beatrice during the battle?
Beatrice and Luxus were both a bit larger than Khazal, but not
Really? Oh, okay.
they were big old dragons.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Thought it would have been the other way around. Wow.
Yeah, me too.
That makes it even fucking cooler that we did.
I would say as well that one thing just to point out if you're curious about dragon size is that when Orenthor took on his form briefly, he would have been probably double the size of Khazal and Beatrice. He was ancient,
Right,
Yeah.
When did he take on his form?
when he was released from the gem.
Right.
Yeah.
Generally, are there differences in size between
Yeah.
and dragons? Or is it completely to do with anything?
So it's largely to do with age, and it's also to do with the actual colour themselves. So golden dragons and red dragons are the most powerful of the two groups.
Oh, okay.
Blue dragons are pretty tough. They're probably in line with maybe silver or something. And then, for example, a copper or bronze dragon, probably a bit smaller than the others. The same way that a green dragon would be a bit smaller.
So with metallic dragons, you have gold, silver, copper, bronze, and
Gold, silver, copper, bronze, brass.
Okay.
Oh,
And how big are brass?
I'm not sure to be honest. I think brass is probably bigger than copper, maybe smaller than bronze.
Sure.
Something like that makes sense, yeah.
All right, nice.
Yeah, okay. Is there anything else that people were...
Good.
Okay. Change it.
Keen to one day fight alongside the chromatic dragons. Sorry, yes, the metallic dragons. When that day comes, will be one that I will certainly cherish.
He said, as you say that, he said, Khazal looks back and says, if you yearn to meet with the metallic dragons, you should make your way to the Monastery of Flowers.
Where
I don't know about it. Or do you will?
I know about that. The other character that was building was from when they.
Which character?
It was I think she was a paladin as well, but she was a. Not.
Oh, an ice man.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in this grand world would one find the Monastery of Flowers?
The far corner of the world in the northeast, past East Haven and East Cliff. To be fair,
Actually, top
I'm
right.
from that.
That's actually top right as well.
Yeah.
I'm looking
She's looking at the map. That's what she said.
I'm curious, is this world right? Is this world as
Oh, such a good question.
who would know?
Surely if we're flying on it, we can see like
from up. Can we see?
Well,
You'd have to go to the point where you wouldn't be able to breathe atmosphere to see the curvature of the Earth. But if we're flying,
we don't know. Flying, but this could be a tiny planet.
they might, but I don't know. But I also wonder if
because we have to travel
that somebody would ask, you know.
But still,
It could be a tiny planet. You know for sure. It's not.
Well, so
I've come from School's End and it's like round.
Why you just
it's like it does on Earth, so it must be Earth-sized. Or
Well,
magic.
unless gravity
Or
is
magical,
yeah.
yeah. Could be a flat planet, which is like.
He's not magic, just.
There's a way you can.
Might do.
Yeah.
They do it.
Might be.
Might not be one. It's actually cast gravity on the Earth.
Yeah, it's actually not art, maybe.
The
Oh.
ancient people, some ancient people could tell that it was. They proved that the Earth was round thousands of years ago. They must have been able to do that from the ground.
Yeah. So.
That the Earth's a shadow.
They did with 2 obelisks in Egypt. And
Okay.
like you measured what the shadow
The
is
shadow would have
at the same time.
Yeah.
And one of them there was no shadow, and one of them there was a long shadow. And then using the length of that shadow, they could within like a few
It's
miles could guess the or calculate the circumference of the Earth. And
That's crazy.
it's mad.
That's crazy.
So there's basically, I mean, you guys can make some checks based on the stuff. Like, I think it would take to have this kind of understanding with the sort of people who would know about this kind of thing would be like, so academics and scholars, obviously, and also people who are particularly interested in like divination and stuff like that would know about this. There's even a few priests out there who would probably have an answer to this question as well.
Okay.
So if you think that you could fall into one of those categories, you can make a check to see if you know.
I don't know.
No, what?
You're a bit of a scholar.
Divination.
What did we summarise about the elemental water as well?
We just want to find out.
He
we
said
know
there's like
what-
there's quite a few
what
sites around the scale.
Sure.
There's harbour and stuff.
So he said you can do
Like,
some
so-
checks.
Just all exactly where they would be. It's not something you can tell about.
I might check to see if I've heard about
Like a
Maybe like a nature check. History?
Arcana?
History would be good, yeah. Enjoyed it. 12. You know that you know that if there was an answer to this question, it would come from people who know a lot about like the gods and stuff and how this world came to be. 'Cause you have some from your previous readings that's not super known. It's like there are people out there who have an understanding of how this world came to be, and it's essentially just very direct divine intervention. Various races were brought to the world initially to carve the world out.
Oh, okay.
And then once the world, similar to a Tolkien situation, where once the world was kind of in a decent position, other gods started chucking in their creations to like
Okay.
enhance the place, basically.
Okay. And do we know if it is like a planet or if it's we don't know.
The door
We are going to
is
observe it.
Like we are,
That's true.
we are on the material plane as well. It might just be flat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to find out.
Alright.
West.
Yeah.
okay.
Have we like just been flying the whole time, or are we stopping?
Shit. Do you guys think the world is flat?
We got some of that purple rock. Yeah.
That's such an after's chat, isn't it? Like,
Actually, can we see a horizon?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Like when we're on Khazal, can we see like the horizon?
What is the horizon? Is it just like objects?
No, it's where like you start seeing the land.
the world like ends in your
Like before.
But if it was flat, would you see it? Everything?
Yeah, if you're high,
it would just like fade until the atmosphere gets like cloudy. But like at the moment, you can see a crisp
Like I see.
yeah. Like otherwise, you see
the
the
unlocked
edge just fade out.
with the edge.
Okay. No, you can't.
Potentially.
No, that was easy.
It could be misty and then we can't see.
Well,
guess
so
there's
just another thing as well. I think fucking massive. Yeah.
Well,
They're the options.
Interesting.
one of the like evenings where we've been making camp as well, I go to Khazal and I show him this little vial that I have of this like this thick sort of white fluty viscous liquid, and I say, could you possibly share some insight as to what the magical properties of what this could be? This is some saliva that I harvested from Lux's corpse while he was still warm.
Yeah, you see.
It's like it's particularly cold to touch.
Yeah.
You know.
You see that he kind of reaches down with his face, and initially he kind of smells it. And, and he says, but he didn't say anything. He kind of looks at it and then he closes his eyes and he
Pop the cork.
he touches his horn onto the edge of the vial, and you see it begins to kind of like a bit of a blue swirl begins to appear in it, and then it sort of fades away slightly. And he says, "I believe you could use that in an interesting manner. If you wish to freeze or slow an opponent, I suggest that you shatter the glass beneath their feet."
Thank you. Thank you for the insight. You are proving to be as knowledgeable as the reputation that follows dragons.
We have many years to learn many things. Dragons are inherently seekers of knowledge as well as wealth.
So, am I gonna assume that I understand the mechanics of how that works, or are we just gonna give it a fucking go?
I've thought of a mechanic, but I can tell you
No,
if you want, or you can just test it out.
Yeah, we'll just try it.
Okay. I'll say another thing as well is one evening, while you guys are kind of around a campfire, you see Khazal just sort of slightly further away. And in this little time when you're relaxing at the campfire, you'll suddenly like all your ears are just split, and like your campfire is just like lit up like flashes of lightning as you see Khazal just like unleashing a massive torrent of lightning into the air. And you kind of like are in shock, and I get up and go and look, and then you see he's kind of he's actually stood there with Dragos trying to show him what to do.
Yeah.
Like sputtering sparks.
And like literally, Khazal's just created it.
Static, like,
That's so cute.
Like you can just see that Dragos is just in awe, and like, they're like giving him a lesson. He was like, do a little bit, and then Khazal will be like, no, like this.
It's like when Simba tries to roar.
Okay, cool, yeah. We give second chord to
Love it.
Cracker.
Really yummy.
Where are all our minis?
That's a man.
We'll run off.
Oh my god, I want potion giants, like so.
Khazal just, sorry, it was basically like Khazal let out while you were on a camp on
Yeah, I think the best bet is actually finding the
thunderous lightning breath into the sky, like, so all out. And when you like kind of all got to what was going on, you saw that he was sat with Dragos trying to show him how to cast the move.
Dragos has got lightning breath, but obviously Khazal. He's an adult dragon, right? It's not like an adult, right?
Yeah, we're pretty close to there.
It's just like fried crows.
Enoch goes over and starts fucking one of them on the fried crows.
Perfect.
Enoch can pass up some good scram. It's already cooked as well.
Just a bit
Just a bit
steamy.
stingy.
Full of electric charge.
Oh,
As you're flying along as well, you begin to approach close to your destination. Khazal says, "The spell you cast, non-detection, tell me, that extend to someone such as myself."
Yes, I believe so. I believe it's simply any being I can touch. However, it only lasts 8 hours before I have to recast.
That's quite alright. I was hoping that it may have extended to me. I was fearing that as I approached that
Sorry.
he said that it's like a dragon man. Just imagine. I feared that Corvexus may sense my presence, but as yet you've managed to elude Croconis. I'm sure it will persist. And with that,
Can I say, turn to him in Draconic and I just say, we are with you, brother.
Can I ask, can you translate deck?
so basically
So the basics.
there's Draconic, which is spoken by Dragonborn and also conversationally with dragons. There's also like a more ancient Draconic as well, similar to the like Maldio kind of thing, like a original. So this is where there's a lot of parallel. There's a lot closer. So it's like Dwarven and Maldio are quite different, whereas Draconic and this sort of more ancient form are much more closely linked.
Is it similar to sort of like Spanish spoken in Spain and then Spanish spoken in like Mexico? You know?
Yes, yeah, a bit like that. Yeah. You'd probably be able to understand that it means sort of sanctum or sanctuary of control.
Got you.
Because there's Prodratech who they control. Yeah. So this is like one of the places where
It's not going to be sanctuary for love, baby.
Having had the kind of like upbringing that Dragos has had with like,
more like sanctum and sanctuary. Sorry.
Okay, sure.
sorry, not Dragos.
Like a safe place. It's like a dingy place.
Yeah. Having with the kind of upbringing that Getch has had, do you think that there'd be a chance that he might understand some of the more ancient dialect?
I think it's actually possible.
Yeah,
Based on the traditional elements of your
exactly.
home.
Sort of like being taught Latin at a private school.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Can you remind me of
Further understand the chronic itself.
what's the name of your home? So I can have a little look.
Yeah.
As you begin to approach, Khazal says, "I'll change to." As you begin to descend, sort of down below the clouds, back into the realm of the scales, Khazal says, "Sestrus Stratek is. We are almost there. When I will leave you at the front gate, you should be able to enter. It's just a mere stairway down to the main hall as far as I understand. There, I do not know anymore. However, I know that the main sanctum lies deep below the earth. The observatory is located. It's located several hundred meters higher up on the mountain. It can only be accessed from within the sanctum itself, and additionally, only through magic portals. There is no known route to travel there. Such measures. I will be waiting near the observatory, out of sight. As soon as I can sense Corvexus is up there, I should travel there. I will take my revenge. However, if you are able to dispatch him yourself, my thirst will be quenched.
Be sure to remain out of range of any magical senses or traps that they could very well have in place.
I'm relying on Dorwin for that. Now, best of luck. I hope you're able to overcome whatever lies within. With that, he just kind of, one beat of his wings, just kind of like falls up into the air and flies off. Lots of minis. Yeah, did you bring it to? Did you? Because I said I passed it over to you. Oh yeah, put it down there. Yeah, I've got. Oh no, I've given Bernard.
Oh,
there. Yeah.
it's really not in there.
No, I think it was really was in there.
Oh,
Did you print? Did you have any print Moody?
Sorry, I've got a question, but is it too late to ask? I've got a question.
You say you asked it in before if you like.
I'm just gonna ask, what do you know of, sorry, I forgot his name, this guy's,
Go back to
ability. What do you know of this man? Anything that we can use to...
He has an unusual fascination with the undead. I don't doubt that many of your trials within will involve such things. He is also known to be a highly proficient enchanter. I don't doubt that this will surely come into play with your trials, so you'll have to keep your wits about you.
Okay, thank you.
So my home is commonly known as the Spine of Delbane.
Okay.
But it is formerly the battlements of Gimboff.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's in this mountain range here. So it's awesome. Sure. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So,
Was there any significance for you asking or?
yes, there is. I just wanted to check. So, what was the what was the name again? The
Battlement of Gimboff. Gimboth.
what's the
Common name is the Spine of Delbane. It's atop Mount Delbane.
okay? M-A-N-E? M-I-N?
Delmain.
D-E-L-M.
AIN.
Cool. Okay, so you kind of walk up this path, which is, you know, not particularly well trodden, but still enough that it's kind of like a bit of a dirt path through bits of vegetation.
Can I do an active perception check, please?
Yes.
Because we don't do them enough.
Yeah, go for it.
With advantage?
No.
Why not with advantage? We normally do it when it's like a group thing, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you do it, I guess.
21.
Okay. So, looking around beyond you like wildlife tracks, you don't really see anything
Okay.
of note. You do notice it's kind of like piled rocky exterior, which opens up into a very dark cave, which I believe is probably the entrance to Ancestral Shieldheck.
Well, with that in mind, not seeing anything, especially considering Khazal has warned us to be particularly careful, I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace on Mungus.
You.
Is it just a hole in the ground, or is there like? Can I look and see if there's any like additional like maybe like auxiliary tunnels in, maybe any like windows, or is it just literally just like?
It looks
Okay.
kind of it looks like it looks like it's been made, but it looks like it's kind of been made to look a bit natural. It also looks very ancient and like it's kind of degraded over time as well. So yeah, it kind of looks like a weird piled up stony entrance.
Okay. And then above, like, is it just like a cliff above it, or is it like just a hole in the kind of in a natural?
No, so you're walking along a fairly flat bit of path. There's like a bit of like it's kind of on your right side of the path is fairly steep, and on your left side is the mountainside going up. You kind of skirt around this path. There's like a small sort of clearing where you can see this this entrance to a cave. It kind of goes into the steep gradient of the same mountain, which is you're kind of walking around.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. So it looks like if there were to be alternate entrances, it would be fairly hard to access. If there were.
Like entrance to Mount Doom sort of vibes.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a bit like that.
More built.
More
Surely less.
more forgiving, basically, like a bit nicer. Like there's like vegetation around and stuff. It's like a bit flatter and
In
stuff.
terms of the entrance.
What it looks like. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I need to remind myself what it looks like really.
Like more of like a naturally occurring cave opening, but that's got a bit of it all like
a bit chiseled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, to be fair, the mountain entrance looks pretty like building-y. Yeah. So less building-y than that still. Rocky, jagged. I'd say in terms of the topography, fairly similar. Like kind of a bit flat, steep kind of thing, and steep down as well. Yeah. Sure. Are we going in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is it?
I am also going to steps, by the way, since he cast pass without trace.
Yes.
How dark is it inside?
It's very dark.
Do we all have dark vision?
Yep.
Do you have dark vision? You have dark vision. Yeah, we've all got dark vision.
So non-thing.
Yeah. I mean, you still have the negative on perception.
Yeah.
So, you know. And we don't see colour.
Yeah.
Do we have a marching order?
I got 22 for my stealth.
Should we all do a stealth check? Yeah, should we?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so Gesh turns
Add 10, right?
Gesh turns to everybody.
Oh,
and-
sorry,
Yeah.
32.
That's really cool. I wasn't thinking it was possible.
Yeah, 32.
Yeah, you add 10 to your.
This terrain rocky.
Oh shit! I've got my natural terrain.
30.
29.
Cool. Pretty smart.
I'm also going to be walking on the ceiling.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so the tunnel down does have stairs carved into it, and it goes quite deep as well. You're sort of walking for a good like 300 meters or so.
I rolled a 4. Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I got an 18 and you still beat me.
That's where it's like, someone's describing a car jumping like cast a spread up, so you know, your dexterity saving throws, and it's like the wizard's like, oh, I got this, so I probably just failed, I got 17, and you know, you're like, oh, I rolled a 15, so that's like 18, so I'm probably good and stuff. And the rogue's like, oh, I rolled a 2, so that's a 24.
That's next level, baby. Anything below 10 gets put to a 10.
That's nuts.
My minimum stealth is 23. Unless I roll on that one. Yeah, I'm pretty stealthy.
Yeah.
To be fair, in a way, I kind of like it. It's like a really high level, ultra sneaky person. It's probably like almost invisible.
Yeah. Where they want it to be,
Yeah. Okay, so you make your way down this fairly similar sort of thing. After a certain, once you kind of enter the actual cave itself, the walls are clearly cut out. So it's definitely not like a natural cave, but it's kind of cracked and a bit horrible. And you descend downwards, and you eventually walk into this room, and it's quite a large hexagonal room.
Sorry, can I just, before we go in, can I say that before we go in, I turned to Polana and handed Polana a poison reduction potion, which basically it removes 1d6 poison damage, but it does not cure it if ever she gets poisoned by anything.
Okay.
Because I've rude of you, and I feel you would be most likely to be engaged in something like that.
So how does that work then?
I mean, can't you just like delete poison?
Yeah, but if I'm out of those points, if we're like, it's still really useful.
Yeah.
Like, it would be useful to save those points, like,
Yeah.
How does that work then? Because does that just negate the effects of the poison?
Yeah, it's if you've been poisoned by something that's really potent,
Yeah.
it just reduces the damage that it does.
Oh, that's very useful. What's it called?
1d6.
What's it called, sorry?
It's a homebrew thing. I've just called it a poison reduction potion.
Cool.
But it doesn't cure the poison. It reduces it however much you roll.
Oh, well, thank you very much for describing this next bit. Probably listen to this one.
Yeah. How does that work then? You can just come up with whatever potion you want.
No, well, I've got it in the
So like a
Put them
home.
together.
There's like some guy made a homebrew
Look.
potion crafting system.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
like, there's loads of shit in it.
Oh, so
And then I find them like
Oh,
there's
it's
this
roll when you
rainforest,
find
and
them.
I rolled to find them all. Like,
Got
when,
you. Oh, interesting.
when Enoch and I went.
And like I went through it, and to be fair, I would say it's pretty balanced because it's like quite
It's very hard to get the really good stuff.
it is. So like that potion is probably not like super powerful,
It's
and it's
worth.
not like that. It's handy.
Yeah.
It's worth 30.
Yeah.
It's worth $30.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. Yeah.
I'm so tired. I need to just to wake up.
That's fine. Yeah, I need to live anyway. So
Yeah.
Before we get into it.
Could you give me a glass of water?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Does anyone else want to tea?
I'm alright.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Can I have a coffee, please?
Coffee?
Milk and sugar, please.
I'll come through again.
Making a new character on the record.
On Hero Forge?
Yeah,
Right.
so I want to paint it myself.
Oh, got you.
I think if Gesh dies, I'm going to make a arcane knight. Which is a subclass. It's a subclass of fighter,
Yeah.
which draws on 2 types of magic and has a lot of traits shared with wizards.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
I already feel myself seizing up
Really?
today. They were fucking running circles around me, man. Like I was like proper suffering going up the hills, and they were just like,
Yeah. It's bad. Harry prefers any terrain. It's chosen.
it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Terrain. Yeah.
But like I really foolishly like hammered it up the first hill.
Yeah. Oh, I get
I got to the top, and then Rachel was like just behind me, and then we went down another hill, and she was like, "Oh, we've got like eight more of these." Right.
But can you tell me if this camera is in focus?
sure. Yeah, it's like zoom. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that looks okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually. Yeah, actually fine. Yeah. Let's see what you can. Yeah, that's good. Nice. GG.
Should we look at food maybe?
Yeah.
Do you see what I want to do?
Yeah, I'll get a little something
Yeah. Nice.
light back at the wall, do you?
I was just pointing at Oscar because of the light, because he was so dark, so I turned it on him and it just gave a bit of light. But when we can turn it back when that gets dark. I don't have my phone because it's camera.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, sure.
Just. We're not using that yet.
I mean, we could just use the Uber Eats on the website.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. What was the postcode again?
B14.
Yeah.
Push your table, maybe.
Should I get another one?
No, let me just check. It might just been like pressed off by the thing or something. So don't move them through yet, just share, alright? Because we can share. People can, like friendly players. I would say at the moment we can share spaces instead of entering. And basically immediately on your right, there's like this sort of table torch rack. In the centre of the room, there's a very large torch rack with an old corpse kind of strung up on this. What's it called? A
Wrangler, what's it?
racken.
Rackenspiel.
Is it not a rack and something?
Oh, no.
Where you get stretched out. I don't know.
Phone might be off.
Oh. Oh.
You gotta grab it.
Yeah, can you just grab it?
Or just unlock it or something.
I think it's just called a rack.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh wait. Yeah.
So there's a green like this.
Yeah, that's fine. It still does it.
So just put it back up. Is it good?
No, it's not that. Just check it in.
Make the lights black.
We did that before, remember? They just turn on.
Oh, what is that?
Is that working now?
Yes.
Actually, you might turn it so the cable's coming this way towards me. Yeah, and check it. It should be the right way around.
Is that looking at the right stuff?
Yeah, just tap the screen. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do. Nice.
Yeah, there's a rack in the room with a corpse on it. And you can see that there's the left side of the wall is a load of cages, and the sort of rear back left of it is kind of degraded away. A bit of rubble that's kind of collapsed down into the cages. And within there, there's a couple more corpses as well. After a moment or two, you begin to see this black mist sort of slowly begin to emanate from the corpse, which is in the rack in the middle. And as this mist begins to grow more and more present, it begins to coalesce into a form.
Before that starts to materialise, can we see what's on the far side of the room?
Yeah, so there's just like yeah, with your dark vision you can as well. So it's basically
I haven't picked up just watch. It's on the floor.
okay, yeah. There's just like a raised shelf basically, and on top of it there's a bunch of different torture implements, different tools and nastiness.
Can we see anything that might be resembling the keys we've sort of come in here to find? No. Okay. So I think as this thing is coalescing, I'm going to run on.
Well, hang on, okay. I think I'll.
Oh, we're doing it with this. Yeah, of course. That's not how the game works.
So, yes, and basically, this incredibly large spectre begins to form and grow out of this this guy in the middle, this guy here, and alongside that,
Yeah, so
Is that literally what he looks like?
we didn't get a chance to paint the minis, but the models are pretty accurate.
So the only thing I would say that's different with that mini is that the thing I'm picturing is actually got a load of like chains hanging off its arms, and like chains going over its shoulders, so like it's kind of clinking around.
That's very cool.
Forms into
So
shape.
that's like the smoke that's at the bottom of it, yeah?
Yes, it's coming out of this.
Yeah.
When he forms, is he completely?
Corporeal.
Yeah.
So his sort of cloak and body look corporeal,
Yeah.
and then he's got this like smoky tail, which is like black gas basically.
Coming out of a corpse is at the bottom.
Yeah. That's very cool.
And then
And he's skeletal, like bubble.
Oh, sorry, the smoke is coming directly out of the corpse.
yes. And after a while, I would say all the smoke kind of comes out of the corpse. It's kind of reflecting separately.
Yeah.
But then additionally, some other corpses arise. These sort of like zombies basically begin getting up. One had slumped over in this corner. One of them came up off this other torture table.
Looks a bit like a dement.
Yeah. It's yeah, let's do initiative. I'm also just going to make sure I think they're really exciting now myself.
Probably the.
I did come in the room last. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. And it's this for this role, not important.
Yeah, exactly. Get it out of the way early.
I sort of mutter under my breath and I say, today it's going to be a long.
Okay. Right, yeah, let me just quickly remind myself of this creature that we've got seen. And do you guys want to start rolling initiative?
Oh yeah.
Yarn. One. Everyone start thinking about how we're going to do it around, so
Did we say that I can use,
Back up.
you can't choose it on both attacks? If I state that I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
that's my banner.
Ah, I did think like, I was like, that's a fucking big ass vampire colour and it didn't click, but we'll have to have a look in a little bit. I've literally not seen it since you started building it back at your brands.
Why did you drive the van down?
Slept for a little bit.
Why didn't you take your car speed?
I slept in Devon.
Oh, I see.
How did you get on Scaring Marriages? Where did you go?
My grandma's my great granddad's home, which is where my grandma grew up. I took her holidays and stuff. It was really nice. I'd never been there.
Oh,
Yeah, really nice.
I forgot that's what you were going to do. Was everyone like, all right?
Yeah, it was just me and my aunt actually. My
You don't go.
no, it's my mum's side. So my dad didn't want to go. But it was really nice to just be with my aunt. I get on really well with my aunt.
Okay.
So it's like nice to just see like a small tight group of people.
Yeah.
And like just like
A big group.
have some like not that my family was around and like I didn't want that. But, just like it was nice like having just like being all on the same page, you know.
Yeah.
You know where you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Small talk and stuff.
Yeah. We don't have to last dinner. We have to like a take lunch.
Yeah.
A few chores.
Okay. 20 plus anyone? 15, 20?
Yeah. Is that good?
17. Okay.
Neil got 17 too.
17.
Yeah.
How did you decide?
We don't have to
So probably
Yeah, I imagine.
10 to 15.
15. No.
What have we got? 9.
6.
9 rolls. You got 6?
That one on initiative should just be like, you miss your first go. Yeah.
Now 20 years, you get 2 goes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make any difference with initiative, does it?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like it should. Yeah.
We could introduce that to be fair.
Let's do it now.
If I'd known that was the rules, I wouldn't have gotten that one.
Like, yeah, you fuck up so badly, you're like, where's my book?
I left it behind that I should have remembered one of my spells.
Yeah, for someone that's really high intelligence, the fact that you can't remember any of your spells.
So to begin with, can everybody make a wisdom saving throw, please?
There we go.
Yeah.
Is this against the magic thing?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Is this to be charmed-like condition?
Not charmed, no.
Fine.
I got that passage.
I reckon that might be right.
Probably. Maybe.
Shall I tell you the DC to beat so you can tell me if you fail? or
Yeah.
It's 15.
It's a bitty.
27, maybe.
7,
20.
20. What you got, Gesh?
11.
Okay, so you're frightened.
You are only 4 years old.
Actually 13.
I didn't really
He's a stroppy teenager, not an actual child.
It's even more annoying.
So you're frightened of it for 1 minute, so you can't move closer to it.
But you can attack the zombies and shit, right?
Yeah, I mean you can also attack it with disadvantage. Technically, that's range, only too bad. However, so on this go, you won't be able to repeat the save. On next go, you will be able to repeat the save. Okay, and right. So and then the spectre moves itself to within. Sorry, let's put everyone in the room now. We'll try and maximise the spots so that you're all awake.
So I would assume we'd have like fanned out a little bit, to just as like a
Not to kind of like a clump in one place. That's just like
Yeah, like fighting formation.
yeah, exactly. You know.
so you're going to be at the
Dorwin's in the doorways.
doors in the doorway. Gash
Really probably next.
Gash is there next to Lana. Dragos is like
Let's say the whole round.
yeah. We kind of need a bit of a smaller model for Dragos. I know he's pretty cool, but like his wings like
Maybe we could find a print find a print of Dragos with his wings.
furl.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got that guy.
Oh yeah, go on, we'll use him for that.
Oh yeah, nice.
Which guy?
The one right there.
Yeah.
Just the young Dragos.
I'm gonna make shelves today.
The in the
Yeah.
upstairs bathroom. That shower head looks right now. Is it good?
Wow.
The top floor.
No, the middle.
Oh, is it the same as the head? Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Could be like slightly hotter, but the pressure is unreal.
Yeah.
I like my showers like scalding hot.
Yeah. Mine's very hot.
Mine's like full hot.
I don't know, really. Mine's not filming. It's like.
Oh, I get a shower in your shower. Try it.
I'll try yours.
Yeah, alright.
And then we'll go in yours together. and
Yeah,
mine.
my thing. So we've got to get videos.
Keep the stream going.
Okay, so all right, let's remember the new rules as well. So start thinking about what you want to do.
Yeah.
I'll give. Just a reminder, call to start thinking about what you want to do. It's going to be.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Thanks. I'll give you like a smidge of leeway because you're playing through the twice as much, especially.
Thank you.
Yeah. As the spectre moves closer, it basically it kind of like lifts the chains up with its hands and just kind of like whips them forward and attempts to wrap one of the chains around you, Polana, and one of the other ones around Enoch.
Bring it, baby.
And I'm just going to roll to see if they hit. So this is the one against Polana.
Mm-hmm.
That's doesn't hit. And the one against Enoch. Does 15 hit? No. Okay, so these chains, they kind of like whip past you and you see that there's, you're able to like throw up your shield and block against the chain. And you're able to like kind of dodge out the way. You both get this like kind of little waft of like necrotic magic over you, which kind of like chills you as it passes by. Shall I change to like combat music?
Yeah.
And next up is Enoch. What are you doing?
So this is within 5 feet of Polana.
I would. No, so it was moving within 15 feet of you. So, and then how far away are you from Polana?
Well, actually 10.
Feet. So what does that work out to?
Well,
10 feet.
I would say it's not. I would say Polana's not within 5 feet at the moment. I'd say this if she was like here it would be, but at the moment no.
she wasn't at it. Fine. Okay. Okay. Well then, I am going to. I'm going to change my thing. I'm going to use my ring of Misty Step to teleport onto the ceiling.
Okay.
So
How high is the ceiling in this room? Bob?
Not particularly high. Maybe 15 feet high.
Okay, so quite a cozy little spot.
Yes.
Dingy down like 10 feet.
He's probably about Yeah, he's probably about 10 feet. 10 feet tall.
5, 10,
Yeah.
15, 20.
I will allow you to, if you're looking for advantage, I'll be happy to do that roll to get advantage.
That's what I'm essentially doing. I'm using my bonus action to get disappear and get above him so I can get advantage on my attack.
Okay.
Yes, great. So then,
Do you want to give me an acrobatic, maybe?
sure. 21 to hit, by the way. Nat 20 on my acrobatics. For an acrobatics of 33. With the nat 20, can I say
I think you roll the dice twice. You've got advantage to hit.
yeah.
That inspiration point as well.
Wait, is it not my inspiration? Oh, I see. Oh, second.
22 to hit.
22 hits.
With that acrobatics, can I say that I teleport like onto his back?
You can try. We don't know if he's like got a physical form.
So yeah, you can try it. Well, so
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad with because basically, you probably wouldn't be able to like hold on to him and fall through him. Right? Because you got that 20, I feel bad saying like you can do that, but it failed.
Okay, fine.
So
I'll teleport onto the wall, onto the ceiling, and make an attack against him. Finish the hit.
and would you mind telling me how much of the damage is cold damage as well, please?
Yeah, sure. So that's 8 plus d6 12.
Remember, if you know what you're going to do, try to pre-roll.
Free roll damage rolls.
We'll roll to hit. Okay.
Okay.
Then we go to avoid counting out.
Sam. Oh, I like that. Yeah, if you plan how much damage you've done, and you just like, I do this much damage. Yeah.
37 points of damage with 5 points of frost damage.
Okay, so those 5 points are taken off because this guy is immune to cold.
Okay, so 32 points of damage.
Okay, nice. Very good.
Change my attack roll.
Yeah, so if you were going to do the cold thing,
Take myself
you would notice that no freezing effect happens like this thing normally does.
Against this dude.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, nice. As you do that, he kind of like lets out this dishevelled moan, like a kind of thing as your blade passes through his back. Kind of, it's like it's an unusual contact because as your blade passes through it, rather than you feeling like you're slicing through something, it kind of enters his form and like slows down almost.
Okay.
As it like and then it passes through the other side, creating like a split in his back.
Cutting like water or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But then is that then like heals back together?
It kind of it doesn't like heal back together. I'd say maybe his like cloak has like a tear in it, but his form underneath is kind of a bit vague. So
Okay. It doesn't look like it's done any damage.
it has done damage. Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
The smoke just like starts diffusing around the hole.
Exactly. Yeah. That's
Spreads out, but it's like
Rudy.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast.
Just so everyone knows as well. It's Rudy Polana against Shorewin. Just so you know where you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Wind Wall.
Okay.
But specifically, I'm gonna cast it. Well, I don't know if you need to know the exact feet, but I'm gonna cast it just a foot above his height, so it doesn't go all the way to the ceiling.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna cast it not so that it doesn't touch the left wall. So it's just blocked like this.
And what does Rudy just? Can you tell me?
Yeah.
What does that? You have to. If you know what it does, can you tell me like what it does?
So gaseous forms can't pass through it. It causes damage if the form is in the space of it.
Do you know what type of damage?
Bludgeoning damage.
what's is this a wall? What's the area?
It is. Well, it's as long as I want to make it. I haven't figured out the actual, but it's a foot higher than this thing is,
Sure.
Sure, so it's just a line.
and it's 1 foot thick.
Okay, thin.
Can you see through it?
Yes, you can see through it. You can't pass ballistic through it. Sorry.
Yeah.
But this is what I was going
Can you does it go in one direction? Like, can you not pass ballistics through it incoming, but you can outwards?
It just says, loose, lightweight materials.
It just completely stopped me from doing anything.
I know, I'm aware of that.
No, it's going through it.
But it's concentration.
I'm frightened, mate.
Arrows, bolts, and other watery projectiles on fixed targets.
Attack zombies.
Okay, yeah. So you can shoot through it.
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
Are deflected upwards and automatically miss.
Yeah, so it's like a wall of defense. So if ballistics were coming towards you, they'd get blasted, of course, but you'd be able to shoot through it.
Yeah. That works so
Fantastic. Okay. So the other thing I was going to ask is how thick, what's the depth of this person?
About
Yeah.
sort of like I mean he's a large creature, so technically 10 feet, but it would be less than that in reality.
I'm imagining like it's table size, you know?
Yeah, he's like a big.
Okay, so it just goes straight through the middle.
Do you want to draw a little line on where the wall is?
So if you just leave a gap at this end.
Was it? Yeah.
Hold on, should we use different colour?
Yeah, sure. Well, I've got some colours here.
You got them there?
Give us a blue one.
Yes.
John Cole, where?
You're keeping it just off that wall, but are you literally going to this wall?
Yes, from the right wall.
So
Yeah, from the right wall to.
So what's the netting?
it's like that, like that.
Like a
Do you want it to through the cages as well?
There's doors open.
Or should I have it a foot, like a lead, like
Put away from the cages. Yeah.
I'll do it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wide enough for us to pass through. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, we need to make a saving throw on the damage if that's what we're doing.
Okay. Yeah.
A strength saving throw.
Right. What? Already failed. Yes, it's failed that.
Okay, so it's just 9 plus damage.
Okay. And
If that's the thing that you can feel.
all right, yeah, I'll say that he is kind of pushed backwards in a bit of a. Let's say maybe let's push him like 5 or 10 feet backwards.
Okay.
Actually,
Real quick, what's this thing?
that's like a table. How much damage was it?
9.
Okay. All right, Polana.
Can I ask? I have 2 options, so if one of them is right, I've got the backup. Are these guys Fey/Fiend?
No.
No. Okay, cool. I'm going to.
Just for the record, they're undead.
I'm going to cast Nature's Wrath, which is my channeled ability specialty.
Okay.
And so I'm going to. I'll kind of take my sword in my hand and like utter some kind of not incantation, but some kind of chant or whatever. And you see my sword kind of like emanates this glow, like rises up through it, and then I turn it round and like slam it down to the ground. From it, the floor then like cracks on its way over towards the thing.
Awesome.
And the creature must succeed on a strength. Or be. Sorry.
Should I do a strength?
And then out of the ground underneath it, spectral vines burst out of the floor and lash onto it.
Okay. And in terms of, so obviously that's for flavour, the spectral vines. In the wording, do you know if they actually are sort of spectral, or does it just say like vines?
It says you can call spectral vines.
Spectral vines. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so he got a 9 on the strength save.
So that's a fail.
All right, so he's
So it's restrained, and it can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of his turns to free himself.
okay.
Yeah, I don't think it does any damage.
Do you know, is that an action?
That's an action. Cool.
Okay. And have you got a bonus action you want to do? That's a no.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. And next up is Gesh.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
just say dodge. Whatever.
It's
It's not a bonus action. Yeah.
I'm going to do all I can. I'm going to try and make 2 attacks on him with disadvantage.
Okay.
What are your attacks on?
I get disadvantage on them too, so minus like 13 to hit the first one.
It's fine.
Is it just a thing you're fine though?
Well, I just looked it up and it said frightened is disadvantage on all attacks.
That's not
Okay, 13 to hit.
to hit the big guy.
Yeah.
That's a miss.
And that one. So,
Let's say with your nat one, maybe like you fuck it up a bit much, and you're like,
Enoch is the only person in the line of sight.
you didn't have to go.
That's good.
what's that?
As in, like, you got that one to maybe hits Enoch.
That's what we've said in the past.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe in your fear, like you aim at him and you kind of like you
Yeah,
can't
okay.
bear to look at it. At least, yeah, go on, let's damage Enoch.
Okay, cool. And using Dragos' Infused Strike.
Your first shot of miss?
Yeah, fine. You're also lucky because for both of the attacks, I've rolled so badly, each damage roll was a 1. So I only hit you for 5 points of damage.
What was the hit though? Because it AC's,
Well, we're just saying that it hits
it
because
hits because it's
that one, so like,
dodging it.
If it's in that one, it's never going to hit the other person. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
it's the one, yeah.
5 points of damage.
You know, uncanny dodge, or you take 5. Take 5. Fine. Okay, nice. Any bonus action or anything? Cool. Dorwin.
Cool.
bothering.
I'm gonna play a prop on this guy.
Okay.
And I roll to hit 25, assuming that hits.
Yeah.
So he takes 9 points of damage, but cold damage.
Okay.
And his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Look at us go, eh? We're all over it.
Yeah, for this round.
Yeah, just fade.
Just quickly, sorry. What's the deal with being restrained? He just can't move. He's not taking.
Yeah, so I'll read it out just so everyone's aware. Restrained creature speed becomes 0, can't benefit from any bonus to speed. Attack rolls against creature have advantage. Maybe we should do another roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll do it next time.
We make a mistake.
I'm quite happy to do
Like, if we all miss it.
Yeah.
If we all miss it, then that's fine.
So attack rolls against creature have advantage. The creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. And then I'm gonna run over here, around, like, look through the hole in the wall.
Okay, how much damage did you do to the zombie?
9.
And so you can see through.
It's cold damage.
Yeah.
That's affected. The zombie affected by cold damage.
It doesn't. It is affected by cold damage.
It's yeah.
Just this guy, isn't it?
Yeah. I would assume that they were the same, like, class of being. So it's good to know that.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
All right. So on this turn, this guy who's probably 10 feet away from Pilana, they only have 20-foot movement speed, so it's pretty slow. So I'll say he's just able to get in range of Pilana.
Bring it.
And
At least 10 or 5, did you say?
they're 5. And it makes an attack roll.
You're restrained, so that's effective.
Doesn't hit. So it goes to, as you're there, as it like kind of goes to like throw its body into you, you've got your shield on this side, so this one you just kind of like pommel bash it in the head and it stumbles backwards. It's kind of cold stupor. Next up, this creature kind of with one of the chains like whips it back.
No. He's restrained.
Yeah, with disadvantage. It's an attack.
Oh, he can still attack.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
So he whips one of the chains back behind to make an attack against you with disadvantage.
Without even looking at me.
And it fails. So again, this chain. Oh no, the other zombies as well. I'm gonna have. I forgot to have their action. I'm actually gonna have them just come to you.
I'm gonna see it, by the way.
You'll see it. They're not going to get towards you then. They're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20.
Affect the body.
5,
Oh,
10.
he's sort of left the body.
Do creatures get
Part of the body.
damaged if they come near your wall of
Just
wind?
if they are in the foot radius.
It's a 1 foot wall, 1 foot thick. Okay, and they can, but like you could just step through it.
You just take the damage.
You just take damage.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So these guys are both going to come to within range of the wall basically and receive this damage. So they're going to make their strength saves.
Do we take that? We go through the wall.
One of them also succeed. They both succeed.
Basically, it's half damage.
Okay, nice.
you want to do the same for both? Or?
Yeah, fuck it, it's just easier than that.
So they got. Six.
Is that half?
That's half.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Not too bad. Okay. And oh yeah, so he turned around, he tried to whip you, he can't, and then he essentially disappears and is like completely invisible.
Am I no longer frightened of him then? I don't have line of sight on him.
Well, hold on. He goes invisible and essentially just reappears right here next to all of you guys.
I'm definitely still frightened of him.
Yeah.
And just kind of floating there, he makes another attack against. I reckon he's gonna make it again, probably against Gesh if you're scared of him. Do you have a disadvantage on him? Has disadvantage on ability checks? Yeah. So he's gonna make it against you, Gesh. Since you're his like harmless target. Yeah.
Just checking. The teleportation nullifies the restraint. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
So you're no longer restrained.
Yeah, it's out of the binds.
Is it?
He just for those of you curious mechanically, he ends the ethereal plane, so he's unaffected by material object. That's what I was curious about the spectral.
Yeah, right.
And I think something spectral.
I was gonna say,
would restrain
I
him.
think they were wrong on the check there. I thought it was like a, like magic restraint on him.
I think it would kind of. I think it would do some sort of specification because spectral isn't like a term. In D&D, I think it's just like a descriptive term in terms of the effect
Thing, yeah.
and he hits. It's not. I don't know the exact number, but it hits. And so you take some damage.
Well, you rolled really high.
Basically, I mean, it's so bad at maths. Oh, fuck. 23. So,
Yeah.
these two. So you initially take.
Here we go.
Take 10 points of damage, and
What kind of damage is it?
then can you make a charisma saving throw as well? Necrotic damage.
15.
Okay. Meets Peter. So that's fortunate for you. So yeah, these chains they kind of fly down and wrap around you. You feel this like necrotic energy like fall into you, and it like is pretty like cold as you feel your body kind of like rotting. And
Because I'm so close to failing the
you do
save.
have disadvantage.
No, it doesn't say that. It says that
If you're frightened, you have disadvantage
on ability checks and save rolls.
Does a saving throw count as an ability check? I feel like logically in this case, it would. If you're scared of the thing, and it's like trying to do something.
Oh no!
That one.
Oh, that one!
Let's go.
Yeah, do it.
Well, so I mean, there's no damage involved, but you're essentially you have this chain that's like attached to you and also attached to the monster, and you're now charmed by it.
Okay, what does that mean?
So for this, while charmed is man, the creature is restrained, even if it's only immune to the restraint condition. If this creature moves, the charmed creatures move with them, remaining a maximum distance of 15 feet away.
Okay, so if I move, he moves with me.
No.
If he moves, I move with him. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, so you're charmed.
I'm charmed.
Charmed and has the effects of being restrained by this creature.
Okay.
This chain is kind of on.
Okay. So restraint literally just means that I can't move. That's the limit of it.
You can't move, but does he do a similar saving throw at every end of his turn?
Oh yeah. So let me see.
Speed becomes 0. Oh.
At the end of each of its turns, the charmed creature can repeat the saving throw, removing the effect on itself on success.
Nice.
Okay, and then also, can everybody please make another wisdom saving throw?
Jeez. What? Do I even though I'm already frightened?
No, you don't have to.
Okay. Which is as well because I failed it anyway.
Right.
25. Cora's right now too.
Yeah.
Also have wisdom.
Yeah.
Yours is an advantage, in fact. Did you get it?
45.
Okay, nice. So you took both frightened of it as well now. So you can't move closer and attacks with disadvantage, and there's no way to stop being frightened, isn't it? At the end of your go, you can roll.
It's at the end of your next go.
Yeah, so it's an interesting one because basically this creature uses a thing that causes you to make your saves, but then it says a frightened target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. But should we do like what I did with Gesh with Sans the first one? Because
Yeah,
like
you've already made a save once.
Exactly.
You had 2 saves in 1 turn.
It's technically a homebrew monster, so I think that's like not how it, normally you would like on your turn you would be scared of it or not, you know? Because there's no point being frightened and then immediately. Oh no! At the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So I've still got to face him frightened, and then at the end of my go, I'll then try and do a save.
You have at least 1 turn where you're frightened. Right. So it's
Yeah,
not like,
yeah,
it's not like you have nothing.
True.
Yeah.
So Alex should have had a.
Probably should have given you the.
No.
save.
Wait, what?
I probably should have let you.
You've had a
do the
turn
save
since
on
you
your-
frightened.
on your
So you should have had a.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We learn as we go, I guess. Okay, so who spent the Spectre? So now the Enoch.
Right. So Enoch is it's within 5 feet of Polana and Gesh.
Yeah.
So Enoch is going to make 2 attacks against the creature with disadvantage. So that is first one is a 14. I can add to it. Do I need to add to it?
14 to hit.
Yeah.
I think just hit.
Just hits. Okay. And then the second one, because I've got disadvantage, is 14 again.
Oh, nice.
So that hits. And then my second one, 23 to hit and disadvantage.
These with your psychic blades.
What? Yeah.
Did you get a thing? Do they count as magic weapons?
No, they're psychic. They're not magic.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. It's a separate. Yeah, it's a separate thing.
Fine. Just so you're aware, he's got he has oh, it's psychic. Never mind. Now you go to full damage.
Nice.
So then I actually need to add to that. 13 doesn't hit, I assume. So.
Remember to see your damage rolls.
So both hit for a total. Oh, I need to change the damage because I don't get the d6 from Frostbrand. Sorry,
We'll just take off. Just roll a d6 and minus it.
Oh, it was 1 point of damage because I wrote it down. Fine, yeah. I do 39 points of damage to the ghoul.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Oh wait, but you weren't using. You didn't have using Frostbrand. You anyway.
No, but when I did the damage roll, I wasn't frightened, and he was over there. So when I pre-rolled my damage, I did the extra d6 of frost damage. But I didn't
I see.
pre-roll. But I wrote it down because I would take it now.
Doesn't Frostbrand have a higher damage anyway?
No, it's 1d6 plus 5 for both, and then Frostbrand does an extra 1d6 of frost damage.
Okay, cool. Right.
So I just take off the one that I would have taken off anyway.
See. So what's the total damage?
39.
39. Smoked it from miles away, didn't I?
All right.
From downtown! He reaches out.
Being frightened as well.
He reaches out and pushes through his fear, and he knows he can't bring himself to walk towards the ghoul. So instead, he reaches out with his mind, tentatively at first, but drawing on the inner strength and the sort of the purposefulness of his actions. He is able to enter the ghoul's mind, and Enoch's able to fire one of his mind lances into where he thinks the creature's forebrain would have been.
Yeah.
Into the soul of the creature.
Nice.
Is that what it is? It's a ghoul, by the way.
No, it's not cool.
Oh, okay. That you just it's straight to
Yeah,
It's undead. Yeah, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's not in the player book, but this creature's name is Tortured Soul.
Pretty.
Pretty ghouly, actually.
The Spectre takes a legendary action, and this zombie, you see it kind of like reaches the creature reaches over and like raises his hand up,
and this zombie dies, and a new zombie is born from over in this cage here, and you see that some of the just one thing I would describe as well, something significant, is when you cast this damage, you see, especially with the psychic damage, you see this kind of cause it to like phase a little bit. And in doing so, those the more perceptive of you would have noticed the form of this like black statue within its body, and then once it's during its phasing period, as the zombie died, you see that it's actually healed itself slightly. It's sort of unfazed, and some of the damage that's on it's like closed up slightly.
Wait, sorry.
Well, he's healed
yeah.
himself by killing this guy and reforming the other
Sorry,
one.
the figure, the tortured soul you were just talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And can we say there's like a bunch of corpses in these cages and one just like comes to life?
Yes. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yes, sick. If you can do that. I spy a wall of fire opportunity. But I'm all committed.
And it's like flaming skeletal zombies rise up. Very cool. What a waste. So Enoch went through you.
Okay, question. So the body that this creature came out of, is it still? Where is it now?
Yes, it's still there. It looks incredibly like brazen
On the table.
inside. Yeah, on the table.
It's on the table, and is there still a physical?
Position.
Is there still a physical connection between the?
Not that you can see.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna, because I'm Frankie, I'm gonna move away. Oh, so first I'm gonna do stop concentrating on the spell that I'm doing.
The wall is fixed.
On the wall is bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Stop.
Where am I here? I'm
We'll
just
go
gonna
into much later with the
Yeah.
book it 35. Can you move me 35 feet towards Enoch? Oh, well, actually, it doesn't need to be 35, does it? Yeah, Enoch, yeah. And then I'm going to create a bonfire on the body.
Okay. Sure.
Bonfire on the corpse that's got the
On the
corpse
table.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay. As you do, you're able to burn the corpse, and you see its form. Still, rigor mortis begins to like collapse slightly as its sinews break down.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to have any effect on the tortured soul.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
Let's try. Good thinking, then.
Got any bonus or anything with that?
No, not really.
Cool. Havana.
Yes, so I'm going to turn to face the ghoul, and I'm going to,
Around.
yeah, and I'm going to take a couple of swings at it with my long sword, specifically aiming at the portion of his body where we saw the statue.
Okay. Sure.
I missed that. What?
When it was phasing, we saw there was a little black
Oh,
ornament or like statue kind of thing.
Oh, that's what you were. Oh, right.
That's like
13 to hit doesn't hit.
No, it doesn't.
14 does.
14 does.
Okay, cool. So I do 6 points of damage. I'm going to save my spells for later, so that's it.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm also going to roll my wisdom save now, just to see if I'm still right.
So, a couple of questions. My next, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Am I within 5 feet of him?
You are.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to, I can't move because I'm restrained. 16 to hit.
Oh no, you can't attack him.
I can attack him with disadvantage, I can't move though.
now.
Yeah, but I can't move. I thought restraint meant you can't move.
So as part of the charmed condition, you're like his ally.
13.
Oh. So I just do my save then?
Yes. Yes.
Alright.
Can he not attack any of the undead?
I can't move.
He's like in a daze.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so just roll the.
Oh, so I wouldn't want to attack any of them then.
I'll check the definition of charm. A charmed creature can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities and magical effects. The charmer has advantage on any ability check to interact socially with the creature. So you could
attack the undead.
You could, as far as the rules are concerned, attack the undead. But I think that I'm going to say that you just can't.
Yeah.
With this charm.
You're frightened and charmed.
Fine,
Like,
yeah.
I'll just,
like-
okay, so
It's such a weird concoction. Frightened and charmed.
I think it's Stockholm.
Yeah.
Just being gaslit by this guy.
And 15 on a wisdom save.
Against being charmed.
No, that's the frightening.
That's right.
The frightening. Yes, so you're safely to save.
Do I do a charm saving, charisma saving throw as well to see if I remove the charmed
Yes.
thing? Yeah. 3.
Are you still charmed?
So I'm still restrained, and I still think they're all my ally, but I'm no longer frightened of him.
Yes.
So I can't attack any of them.
Can we now say that he's no longer frightened? He might be able to attack the other non-spectral things.
I think if you were like, I don't know, I think
I'm in a place where I
if like a creature had charmed somebody and like the creature's allies were around, I didn't think it would go.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Fuck me, fine, fair enough. I'd rather just be frightened and not charmed then.
Yeah.
Fine, well.
Okay.
So, yeah, I do nothing.
Nice.
Did you roll to?
Yeah,
Yeah, I rolled. I failed the chart of the charisma and I succeeded the wisdom.
Dorwin, it's your turn.
Sure. I'm gonna run past. Well,
Are you frightened as well? Or you're not?
Am I within 5 feet of this guy?
Oh, that zombie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna run this way past him. I'm gonna jump over the bonfire.
Making an opportunity attack?
Yep. Okay. And cast a ray of frost as I'm jumping and landing it.
Okay. I'm gonna the zombie rolled an nat 1, so I'm gonna say he goes to swipe at you, kind of stumbles and like falls into the bonfire a little bit, like buttons his arm.
Nice.
Takes a little bit of damage. Fine.
Can I roll to hit that thing as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, where's the bonfire come from?
Cora critical in the table.
Got you. 20 to hit, 9 points of damage, 10 foot movement speed.
Okay, nice. So then that's
And on fire, and in a bonfire.
nice. His arm kind of burned like this, and as it was there, kind of like, and I kind of moved away from the bonfire. This icy splash kind of splashes into his shoulder, and the ice kind of like spreads down his side.
Half on fire, half frozen.
And nothing else?
No. Well, how much movement do we have? I'll probably just like go here next to these guys.
Fine. Yeah, I did it. You kind of all like rallied around as this bonfire like burning away in the middle. That's quite cool.
It's burning flesh in the end, burning rotten flesh.
Zambos. 5, 10, 15. And it's going to swipe at Enoch. And
Enoch is on the receiving stones.
oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
really. I won't take the prone. No. Okay, in that case, he's going to swipe.
How do I-
at
Just put him in.
I'm frightened.
You're frightened, so attacks made against you. I think it hits anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Bosh, give us an 8 on
What for?
it. To let Enoch can see it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was like, is that
Timing,
spell?
yeah.
Was it
Smart, yeah, that's good.
smart? Yes, zombie. So yeah, 18 to hit. Yes.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Who's Spider Clan?
Doing that.
Your,
The hang of the healing.
as a zombie just kind of like slams into you with its like body base of it, it's like bludgeoning damage, and it knocks you forward slightly.
Okay.
And the other one is super slow, so it's going to move 10 feet closer to. I'm going to say move 10 feet closer to Gash.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Is he within range there?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Have an attack, probably. Does Chances?
Hello, right on your side.
I'm going to say it's not going to attack with advantage against you, but it still hits with a non-nat 20.
Speaking attacks have no effect on the charm condition.
It's certain spells specify, but in this case, no, because the charm is coming from this like chain that's attached to the creature.
Got you.
So it's not like a general spell, you know, it's like a very direct link.
Yeah, got you.
And you take 5 points of damage. Next up is the Portrait of Soul. So seeing
Did you needed to make a save to see if you weren't frightened? You did.
She did. She
Okay.
failed.
Oh, okay, fine. I didn't hear that. No, it's my bad. I was listening. And
Can I make you a charge permanent with reach?
the tort's coming for you, Lana, with another chain.
Oh, let's do it, baby.
It also.
Yours, isn't it?
I've got two.
Mine's not fit. Well, it's got one preoccupied.
Ah, yeah.
If you don't go out reach,
So there's also.
Haven't used your map.
I think it is that one.
Do anything once it's already got to do. I'm going to say it doesn't specify it, but to make it a bit harder, I think it's kind of fun. I think it's going to attempt to damage the person who's not so restrained as well. So it's like do it.
Yeah. You just put him on a lead. Yeah. Yeah, fair. Like maybe like tightens the chain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Constricts it.
So I'll have. Should I do it based on a save rather than it be? I'll just make an attack roll against you.
Yeah.
So the attack roll against you is misses, and the attack roll against Ali also misses. Yeah, nothing really happens there. Those of you who aren't frightened, can you give me a wisdom saving throw again, please? Against magic. Against magic still. Yes. Yeah, same thing.
25.
25. You didn't.
You didn't. You were.
Oh,
Oh no, he's not frightened anymore.
I wasn't.
If you are unfrightened, you're no longer.
I
can't be frightened again.
Got it.
Oh, nice!
It's still sharp.
Yeah, hey, bro.
Well scared.
I'm gonna put these while I'm being slashed by the undead.
Did you make it?
Yeah, 25.
I made it, but on all three of my wisdom saves, the first one's been a fail, the second one's been a success. Yeah. And Enoch,
Why do you have advantage?
I did mine already. I'm already right
with saves.
Oh, I did? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was only frightened of a creature once.
It varies to different things, but normally, yeah. And then Rudy's also frightened at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah.
Cool, I've made a note of that now. And then
Do
Gesh.
you remember what the monster was when we went to? We went to the. Sorry, go on. I'll think against it while I'm waiting. We went to go
It's
for
neat.
a scroll.
So Enoch is going to
Right,
make,
on Malvia.
Oh, it was the stone, it was the
There was
not the Jupiter, stone bull.
but then the other one.
Oh, the gold. The gold.
Gold, it's gold.
lower.
So they're like for a snake thing in that cave.
And
Brick.
I rolled a nat 20 to hit, but I've got disadvantage because I'm flying.
Oh,
Surely that can be a regular attack, right?
No,
No.
I got a 24 to hit my second
you
one.
can.
First
You
hit.
can do that one. So fucking
Yeah.
wide. Let's do this.
And then my second one, that is a 16 to hit on my first one, and 27 to hit my second one. Does disadvantage come with me? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, bucket there.
Yeah, the bricks.
Try and do this.
32.
Yeah, sure.
When it's not your go.
Yeah.
Okay.
32 points of damage, psychic damage.
Okay. Nice. So you see now it's like phase out like further. He's going to do the same thing again and kill one of the zombies and heal a bit, but you see he's still out of phase. So knock one down, resurrect another from a cage, please. I'll probably keep that one because he's like doing some stuff. Let's get rid of this one.
Nice.
Okay, and then so that's the target. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
That was the thing. Eon just had his go. The thing did the thing. Rudy.
Cool. How far away am I from that zombie dude?
Probably about 10 feet.
Okay. I'm going. No, I'm going.
Oh, no, didn't he come up and attack you last round?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You'd be
Oh, he's
5
next
feet, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna summon.
He attacks Rudy, yeah.
I'm gonna summon the flame blade.
What's that look like?
Like a huge blade. So like
Summoning it.
So it just appears from the palm and then
Like materialized.
materializes up, and it is there's sort of a glowing solid. You know when ash coals glow.
Right.
That, but it's yeah, okay. And just slash at him.
Nice, okay.
Yeah, what does it look like? Sorry, it's like a.
Like a ball of burning amber and then flames like that. It kind of goes like. It's hard to do it with one hand and do it like. Yeah.
What level spell is it out of interest?
I'm using it as second
Can't stop.
level. So 27 to hit. And then it's 10 damage. It's a big one.
Did you take 27 to hit?
Yeah.
Yes. 10 damage. Yep. Against that one, that one got the other one killed. Okay, nice. Nice, yeah, so you're able to like lop off one of his arms, relatively unaware of that.
It's not fair enough.
Do a decent chunk of damage to it.
Yeah.
Very nice. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Cool. Gesh?
Oh, next.
Yep. Plan next.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna like shout out to everyone and say, he's drawing his strength from the undead. Focus your attention on them, and then I'm gonna turn to that zombie that's next to me and attack him.
Okay.
2 attack rolls are.
Meanwhile, I'm stood right next to you, like, I'm stood right next to the man, like,
Oh, well-
what are you on about? They're lovely.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, was this something?
I was just going to ask, the corpse that's on fire has, I mean, it takes a long time to burn the body, but I don't know.
What's happening?
Has that deteriorated more, or is it just nothing?
So it's deteriorating more, but you feel like it's probably not having.
It's not having any effect ongoing.
Yeah. You're a cantrip shillelagh, by the way.
I don't have it enabled, but yeah.
I think cantrip should always.
I think I was looking for that.
No, it's just basically if you've got a staff, you can turn it into a weapon, but you can use your spellcasting modifiers instead. It's good for when you're in melee as a thing. It's because it's free as well as a cantrip. So
Is it a cantrip? I don't know.
shillelagh is. Yeah.
Okay, I do have one. 15.
Oh, you're so nice.
No, that's good.
Go on then.
Nice. So 21 and nat 20 to hit this zombie.
Okay.
I'm not using any of my spells, so it's just 23 points damage.
51 damage. Okay, so that's enough to kill it. So you decapitate the zombie, and as it falls down, you see that still narcotic energy does actually leave the zombie and enter the tortured soul. But
Does everyone see this?
everyone who is currently looking at it, so Gertrude Pilana would.
Well, I guess she's got these.
So I kill the zombie
Yeah.
under the idea of like it's drawing its strength from them, so we need to get rid of them. But when I killed it, power still left with the zombie and went into the tortured soul.
So
So
it
it's
strengthens
still
them.
getting.
Maybe you shout out like scratch that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, the paracetamol and codeine and uncryptin. These are double strength, so you need 1.
Oh, thanks.
So you need 2.
Eats everything. Okay. That's everything?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll roll my condition saving throw
Yeah.
at the end of my turn. And I rolled a 2.
You haven't taken any damage, though, right?
No, at the moment. I am taking.
Has anyone taken any?
I'm taking.
I'm
down for you.
actually.
That's the most amount of damage.
You took some damage initially when you first got grabbed.
And I've taken damage from one of the undead as well.
Yeah.
Only a little bit.
And I think we took some damage, so I don't know much.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast spray across this dude. Over here.
Sure. You might have heard Pilana shout out, like,
Yeah.
So I would have just said change that focus on
Yeah,
me.
I know, but I don't deal much damage, so I'm just slowing him down so he can't attack people. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to waste my spells this time. You got it. Yeah. 30 to hit, not 20.
So January.
Inspiration level. We got one.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, you're struggling, mate. Aren't you?
This is like me during children's practice. Everyone rolls very shit.
That's so funny. Snake that did not.
Yeah.
It's actually not a 1 point.
Yeah. The coolest fucking session we've ever done. Everyone's doing all this badass stuff. Of course.
Like, all inside fucking bombs and I guess the young black dragon.
Yeah, the stopping time and shit. And chorus is there like, fucking do something. It's like,
Literally little. Such a bad thing on his spell. It's just like.
It's the bite just like guns. It's like
14 points of damage and 10 foot speed.
Okay. That's the most recent. That's like a new one, isn't it?
Yeah, he's freshy.
Was that on? Oh, it
Is that
is.
called?
A morning star.
Is it?
Yeah.
And I'll jump around it here as well.
Morning Star's on a chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's a flail then? A flail is.
Oh, maybe it's the other way around. A flail is
Yeah.
Morning Star stays with the
Oh, it's a one star's like a plank.
yeah.
Spiky mace thing. I'm over here. Let's go over.
Morning Star's a cool name for it, isn't it? Yeah.
Zombie, one of them's going to attack Rudy, and the other one is super slow and it's going to head probably towards Rudy, I guess.
Okay.
Only 10 feet.
Okay.
It hits and deals 9 points of damage. Do you want to put that one right next to? Oh no, sorry, no, sorry.
The other ones.
I'm stupid. I'm stupid. And there's the other one which is going to go for Polana. If this hits, I'll be very surprised. 19.
God damn.
Okay, now it's the big guy. He's going to make an attack against you, Gash, while you're wrapped up with it.
Oh, nice!
16.
No. You wasn't how AC.
And then the other one's against. Actually,
You can't choose not to attack me because I have a high AC. They do.
I think this guy, he's not stupid. He's not going to be like, I can't fucking get this person. So he's going to decorporalize and show up here, witnessing a weakened. Oh wait, actually, Enoch's scared of him, so he's going to target you, Enoch, because he knows that you're potentially going to be his bitch.
Can he reach me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 10 range.
Yeah, and he's 10 foot tall as well. So you're not that far.
You're like right here. So you are forced to stay within 15 feet of him.
Oh, right.
So, what's that?
Well, like, just there then.
Yeah, yeah. He looks like he's got like 10 foot of base.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Wait, hang on. If he dematerializes, surely the chain around.
Magic cane.
What? But if my things don't work through the fucking
That's fair.
bullshit.
No, his chain.
He's tied with him like dematerializing and stuff.
Yeah, he's like semi-ethereal all the time anyway. Like these chains are semi-material. Like he just.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. Mate, I'm the one getting dragged around. Like, let me leave it to me.
skipping up.
The chain comes off you and you're like, you forgot this.
Yeah.
Sorry. Wow.
It's so annoying that I get a slash. In my next go, I still don't get a go. The Christmas stage at the end of my turn.
I'm not sure. Is it like an area?
It says choose one creature.
Have you been doing anything for
magical effect?
Drake, mate, I'm playing it, but because Dragos is
Oh, and he's
me,
further on the top.
Gone as well. Alright.
Okay, so this isn't really what's happening to
because he is
It's just like a
solid mind.
yeah. I was like, I think I'm going to stick with the rules on this one.
Yeah. So magic, not magical effect.
I mean, so let me read the words. You can creature magical effect. Oh, magical effect.
Yeah.
Probably would work.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Okay, but either way, make an attack against you, which I think is disadvantage. With advantage, right? Because you're frightened.
It's with disadvantage. It's with advantage, yeah.
That one on the first one. And then, 22.
Yeah, that hits.
So then that's you take you take 12 points of necrotic damage, and can you please give me a charisma saving throw?
So I take 6 points of necrotic damage because I'm going to dodge out the way.
Good move.
And so close. 7 for my con save.
Charisma.
Sorry.
Do you want to take the original dice roll maybe and add on the charisma rather than re-rolling?
7 for my charisma then.
Fine. Okay, so you are now also charmed by the creature.
Hell yeah!
This creature's very annoying.
Like Gesh sees Enoch being charmed as well. He's like, hey, these guys are alright.
These guys
These chains are nice.
Enoch also starts rapping.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was. Yeah.
These kids are real talents.
At this point, the spectre is also going to go completely ethereal and remain you two charmed where you are, basically. Okay, next up is Enoch.
Well, Enoch's probably going to try and not be charmed.
Yeah, and also not frightened. You can save on both. So maybe then.
Fuck you if you succeed on both.
You said ethereal.
The wisdom save is a 12, which fails.
Yes.
And the charisma save.
One.
No.
No.
Okay, so you two are locked in. The creature is also currently untargetable in the ethereal plane.
Sure.
Okay.
And it's Rudy's turn.
I'm still by this fucker, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
If I run away, it's going to trigger a.
Opportunity attack. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to attack him with the flame sword.
Okay. There is what you were talking about.
Yeah.
You could try doing it on the people. I think that would work if you did it on the people.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to do that then.
Okay.
I'm going to do that. Sorry. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Yeah, so I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on the zombie in front of me.
Oh, no, it would be on either. I thought you meant on like.
Be on me.
On the charmed.
Oh, sorry, I thought that's what you just said, was that you could do it. Right, sorry, yes. In that case, yeah. Sorry, guys.
So basically, pick one. You.
Gotta be Gesh, right? He's been charmed this whole bunch.
So I would say as well, like, what, just something that I'm.
Yes, you should not me.
Something I'm just going to like wrap up what we said as well. That while you're charmed by this thing, you're probably having like pretty nightmarish visions and shit of like death and decay.
Yeah.
No, it's
Also, you've been rolling. I reckon you can save this up. I'm going to be there.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. So what's going on?
I'm casting Dispel Magic on you and hopefully lifting the effect of your
Charm.
And what determines whether you do or don't lift the effect?
any spell of 3rd level or lower ends.
Yeah. Or magical effects as well, apparently. So
Yeah.
this is a
And
magical
then-
effect.
Cool.
For each spell of 4th level, it's not spell.
It's not spell,
so
yeah, it's just a
it's
magical.
end.
Yeah, pretty much.
The effects of the spell on the target. Yeah, no, it just ends. Okay.
Is it again now that like is this condition similar to frightened in the sense that once I've sort of overcome it, it can't affect me again
You could get affected again.
by this charmed?
Yes.
Okay.
Fucking hell, okay.
Think of the charm as less of a charm and more of like you've been grabbed by the chain.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? So really like just
The
snap
chains
out of
like
it.
fall off you.
And I sort of come to, and I sort of I'll like sort of roar and like, oh, no.
So just out of curiosity, if I can't, so it doesn't work on the zombies.
Well, I mean, what effect would you want on zombies?
For whatever spell was on them to stop.
There's not.
More effect.
Yeah, I'd say like a zombie is like a kind of formed creature. Once
So
it's
once
like
it's
a
done,
instantaneous.
yeah.
I'd say so. But I mean,
Instantaneous creation spell.
And then presumably they're just acting on their own base instincts and they're not following instruction.
yeah, I mean, to be fair, he probably is instructing them.
But not
not
controlled.
Yes. Yeah.
No, okay, that's totally fair.
Which means it's now Pilana.
Can I ask? So I've got a spell. So it's dematerialized, right? I can't do anything physical
At the moment, yeah.
I've got a spell command that can command a creature to do anything based on a one-word thing. If I were to say materialize to it, would that theoretically work?
Can spells affect creatures on the material plane?
No. Ethereal plane, no. Okay. It can only be affect other creatures on the same plane.
Fine. Okay.
Okay, so no. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'll turn and attack the zombie that's next to me there then. And
So, do we want to kill the zombies?
You could, to be fair, mate, you could, if you don't want to kill him, grapple it, like restrain it.
oh, okay.
Then-
Yeah. I'll do that. Yeah. Yeah. What do I do to do that?
So you want to give me an athletics, please?
Sure. Oh, it's the same modifier as my attack that I just rolled, so I'll just do that. 17.
Okay, nice. And then I'll contest it, which fails.
Nice.
So you're able to grab this thing, and you're kind of like holding it like this. It's kind of trying to bite you, like grab its head and push it out of the way and stuff.
Yeah.
You've got you're in control of it, basically.
Okay.
Bend it over.
Okay. Anything else? There's nothing else to probably really do. Right. Yeah. You're back in.
I'm back in the game. If I move, do I correct? Even though I can't attack him, I can't attack him with either sword or my bow, right? Can he? Do I provoke an opportunity attack on him if I move out of this room?
No, not one of these ethereal.
Okay, cool. So you grappled him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can Dragos try and grapple?
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, yeah, Jesh, like, furious that he's been mind controlled, like, but with magic for so long, Gesh just turns and fucking, like, runs and fucking, like, spears this zombie to the floor and tries to grab him.
Just a little tip. It might be worth grabbing the one that's affecting Rudy, because Rudy's getting beaten up by this zombie.
Yeah, well.
Okay, I'll find we're doing. Okay, yeah. Right, so give me your athletics. This guy got a nat 1, so if unless you get a nat 1, you're good.
Well, don't say that now, man.
16.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you like tackle it, like hit it down onto the ground.
I've got like my arm lent on his throat, and I can't say I'm like I've got my short sword held to his neck.
Sure, yeah.
And then Dragos does the same and sprints with this other zombie. His I think all of his stats on those two line up. Just so, 5 for the
You got 13.
so that fails.
Yeah, so he kind of jumps on the zombie, kind of like bonks a little bit, and then falls to one side.
Okay, but do I move the zombie at all?
Nah, no, not if you.
Should I say that like Dragos?
So it's lands on the other side of him, yeah. Okay. Anything else on your go? Nothing. Right, Dorwin.
I am gonna run up to this dude and like try and like push him off Pilana, try and shove him so he's prone.
Okay, nice.
Sorry.
Yeah, give me your athletics. Probably your best stat.
15.
Nice, you succeed.
Hey!
Hell yeah!
I'm gonna like sort of just. Do you mind if I just like?
Yeah, please.
I say that you like run over and instead of just like fully pushing, you just put out your dagger and like stick it into his leg, and then like kind of like cut it down a bit so it's like all weak and like are able to like push it down.
It like goes down with one knee and then I just like
So knocking over.
fucking ankle biter.
So yeah, anything prone or restrained, attacks made against him are with advantage, except for ranged attacks.
It's him getting up, is that always movement?
He's prone as well, right?
So he would have to spend half of his movement on this movement.
Oh, I thought you were. Did you not grapple him?
No, I'm not in prone.
Yeah, I'll probably
So okay. Oh right. So I've grappled him. Obviously, it's not.
I think grapple's good because it keeps it and you just get
I
up.
mean, you could say you grappled him and got him on the ground if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Flavor.
Yeah. Fine.
So you're kind of both.
But then
It
you
does
both
mean you can
and
have
it takes an
the
action to get up.
Without
and you get speed. But it's an advantage attack when you opportunity attack. Because he's prone, so you can still make the opportunity
So
attack
but
with disadvantage.
yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna lie down next to him.
You good, buddy?
It's still somewhat charmed by the
Try out the conversation. Oh, yeah, me too.
Bards be like,
Like a video of that like black guy and his baby, and the baby's like speaking nonsense. It's like, yeah, thinking the same thing.
okay, so so a legendary action is going to occur, and the zombie that Pilana is holding goes limp.
perfect. Waste of an action.
Okay, and next up are the zombies.
Can I just ask, what's the deal with legendary action? How many can?
So basically, each creature has each round will have a number of legendary action points they can spend.
Right.
So there's 3, and then different legendary actions will require a different number of points.
Right.
So some of them might require all 3, some of them might require 2, some might require 1. Not sure.
Do we get to the point where we get legendary actions? No.
Dice.
They're like a kind of like a balancing boss mechanic, because fighting like a one-on-one boss, it's like you can only act once every 5
Yeah,
turns.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
don't need to, so.
Too much RNG.
And it's also some when you fight something in a lair, creatures can also get legendary actions and also lair actions. So like if you find like a regular something in like the woods, like a legendary action to a legendary action to like teleport somewhere, and a lair action to like summon vines, which like grab or something.
Cool.
Okay, so
I'm not going to look up the stats, but what's this thing called? I want to look at Tortured Soul.
it's like over creature.
Oh, okay.
So it's whatever your range wants to look like.
Are you taking him off just because he's in the hero play?
The zombies are going to try and unrestrain themselves. So that one on the ground is going to try and unrestrain of you.
Do I roll to match it?
Yeah, give me an athletics.
14.
Nice, you keep him restrained. The other one's going to get up, spending half of his movement speed.
Which one?
The one that got knocked prone.
The one by Rudy.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that other one prone?
Because I've tackled him to the ground. That's the one I'm holding.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That's why I'm prone next to him as well.
Yeah. He gets up, and is he still cold? Is he one of the cold ones?
Which one? Sorry.
The one that you knocked over, was he cold before?
This guy that just got up.
Yeah.
I
think he was.
No, this guy's cold.
Yeah. Okay.
What does that do?
Minus 10 feet of their 20 foot of movement speed.
Oh, nice, okay.
So he's going to, I guess, try and chow down on Rudy again. And he hits. You in your human form?
Yeah.
12 points of damage.
Okay.
Slowly get picked away here, aren't you?
Next up is the Spectre, who's going to rematerialize. Like here. And try, actually here. And try to grab Rudy.
Oh, the nightmares are coming back.
I know,
The alligator again.
literally.
19 to hit.
Yeah.
Can you give me a charisma saving throw, please? You can do different. You can do this.
Oh my god, it's.
You'll take 17 points of necrotic damage from it.
Rudy's in trouble.
Is it so it's rematerialised now, yeah?
Yeah. So you can have damage it once more.
Okay. So that's 12 is my name.
Okay, you're also charmed.
I'm charmed, am I?
Yes.
Well, charming only happens when it's attacking that person. Is that right?
But if anyone attacks you, it breaks the charm.
No,
No?
we wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
No, not in this instance.
Certain spells have that, but not all.
I would say.
Just being punched in the face.
Yeah.
I would say now that you're doing some fighting, I'm going to say that I'm going to give Pilana and Dorwin an opportunity to make Arcana checks.
Okay.
Even while she's charmed.
Not really.
Sorry, Milana.
What's the effect of the charm again?
You're essentially restrained and you can't attack.
How essentially.
What do you think?
This is what I'm thinking.
You're next, right, Will?
Oh, okay. So you can't do basically you can't do anything to harm the
forgot you
guy.
No, not that part of it. This part of it.
Oh.
To avoid being paralysed or restrained.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So if you can do that. You can do that. You can spend a charge.
So I'll spend a charge.
And then see if you can. So
and it was advantage on
the charisma save,
the
basically.
charisma save. Yeah.
So just roll again, not with advantage because you already rolled once.
Yes. Yeah. So let's just do that again. Where's the charisma? Fuck.
Oh no.
Okay. Fair enough.
Right,
Worth a shot.
Yeah. What was your Arcana roll?
Oh, 26.
Okay.
13.
Okay. So Dorwin, you think? So keep in mind the rest of you won't know this. Dorwin, you think that the way that the chains are, like the way that people are moving around with the creature. Yeah, I think that. Play your head and Dorwin.
Okay. What? I'm doing that anyway.
You think that if they were to be moved away from the 15 feet range, they might be no longer attached. Okay, you're good. Cool. All right. Well, so who just went?
The yeah.
Okay. So now it's Enoch. Do you want to see if we can get out of this shit?
Yeah. No.
Come on, baby.
What?
No.
Okay. Fuck it, I'm gonna use an inspiration point.
All right.
Fuck it.
To get out.
Yeah, fuck it, because you're
Yeah.
rolling a nat 20 and you get another back.
Yeah.
Okay, good shot.
Come on, baby.
No.
Oh, trying.
I like how every time someone uses an inspiration point, you say that.
Yeah, so I'm trying to remember my hammer at home that you actually is useful to use them as regularly as you can.
Yeah. Okay, so that was Enoch. Now it's Rudy, who's
So we've established.
Do you think that I
basically
would have to
doing it.
declare which one that I was going for with the inspiration point? The charisma or thing? Because my modifier was different.
I would
have made it.
Fine, because I think we chose to like find the charm, right? Right, it's like whatever. Yeah, but you can now do remake the save.
So is the charisma.
Cold.
Yes, charisma. And do you? I'm going to say that you could probably, if you're still holding the wand, it might be able
Try
to
it
assist
again?
you if you want to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll see how it goes and then.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. 13,
13.
and then with
I've got advantage to end all charm conditions. Oh, because I've just had it. Can I have another go?
Too late. We said earlier, like, once
You know
it's
now,
done,
though.
you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
We should
We'll
be
do it
back
for the next
Fine.
Yeah.
Only I just started.
1 point off me.
Yeah. Well,
Stay in ancestry.
Yeah, true.
Do you? Fey ancestry?
Yeah, I
Are
mean.
you from the Fey? Oh shit.
Oh, now I.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I told you.
We're
Did you do it? Did you succeed in save?
Well, that's fine. Is that like part of your background? No,
14.
it's like
Why not?
you were
Oh,
born
no.
bred in Scrolls End.
My charisma's minus.
Oh, I've never been to the Fae at all.
Right, right,
Or,
right.
like, really know anything about it.
Yeah.
I just, I just have these like extra things.
Hereditary.
Like, yeah.
You don't really understand.
Yeah.
Sure, go, mate.
I'm never really good at it.
I'm going to
that's
you move me towards the big bad boy,
Sorry.
and I'm going to attack him, and I'm going to add a divine smite to this. 25 to hit hits, and 26 to hit hits. So
It's not well, but then he's going to do 3 points of damage.
31 points of damage.
Oh, nice. Okay, nice. So by the time he's done a couple, once he came back out of the ethereal and then killed,
No, don't worry about it. It's
all of that was some form of magic damage, right?
no, 2 were just regular attacks, and then I added a divine smite onto one of them.
Your sword is magical, though, right?
No, it's just a longsword.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just a regular longsword. Yeah.
In that case, the damage that came from the longsword is halved.
Oh. It is a magical sword. So wait, in that case, so I had the 2 attacks and then added a divine smite, so both those 2 attacks need to be halved. That's what I was going to say as well.
Divine Smite damage is still there.
Okay, I forgot. I can just add
Oh,
another
someone's
Divine
dropped my
Smite
belter.
to-
Well done. One of you's fucking fired and it stinks. Or either he's just done it and he's just got more down.
Yes, it must have been James.
We all look at each other. Yes, it must have been Jay.
Fast anyway.
Can I add a second Divine Smite quickly?
I would say I would say view this as you learning that it doesn't have to, not this time, because
Okay, yeah.
it's something you might have thought about.
I did. That's why you went on, so I was like, oh shit, and then I was like, no, it's too late. That was me. Like, but don't worry.
Could be doing like mean.
Yeah. So the 2 attacks are halved, but the Divine Smite is kept. Okay, so that's it was is half a point ruled up or down?
It's rounded up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so 21.
Total.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nice. Yes.
Okay, cool. I release this. I release this undead on the floor. I don't move, so I don't, because even though he's prone, you would have an opportunity attack
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage, yeah. I'm not moving. I am going to attempt to use my sharpshooter feat to attack the tortured soul.
Okie dokie.
With both attacks. High risk, high reward, I am hoping.
Let's do it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, 7 to hit. And 19 to hit. Okay, cool. So I hit him for, with one shot, I hit him for 26 points of damage.
So that's infused strike plus 10.
That's infused strike plus 10, yeah.
How much?
26.
Oh, okay.
Also, by the way, I've been attacking this guy. I've attacked him a few times, and we've never halved the damage.
You've been attacking zombies mostly.
No, I've had 2 rounds where I attacked him. And they were relatively low because I wasn't adding any Divine Smites or anything.
Okay. I thought.
Oh, you were attacking zombies.
No, I've done at least 2 attacks him. Because one,
if your sword.
you remember I specifically aimed for the target statue and stuff
Okay,
like that.
fine. I must have just assumed the sword was magical. We're just sure.
Wait,
Might fuck up.
are you saying that if it...
So they were pretty low damage anyway, so it's not nice.
So Elven Absolution is a magical weapon.
Over 100 points of damage.
So yeah,
I've had 3 rounds.
One of yours was like 39, wasn't it?
I've had 3 rounds of 35 plus into him.
but he keeps.
Regenerating, yeah.
Well, I would say that now, with these 2 arrows, you see that they kind of actually get like lodged into it and kind of stay in it.
Well, only one of them hits.
There's one arrow that kind of lodges into it and stays in it. It's now like really very, very close to losing its form. You can see the statue within very clearly. It is a statue of like a very sort of noble looking black dragon within it.
Is it on a little base that might fit in the circle?
And he's like very wounded and is kind of acting incredibly sluggishly. He is going to take a legendary action, and the prone zombie is going to die.
And we fall.
Yeah, elsewhere. And that'll
Just put it right next again.
and Storwin, it's your turn.
Spawned inside.
There are cages there, but I think all the doors are open. It's not like
Okay, I'm gonna shout. Gesh, Pilana, try and get them away from the ghosts. They might break their curse. And I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb at the ghost. Level 1. 21 to hit.
And what type of fire? Fire. Okay, it's resistant to fire, so it's hard.
cold. Oh yeah, so.
Well, no, it's immune to cold.
No.
Oh, okay. Also, I fucked up before because it's actually immune to restraint as well.
Ah.
Where's this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so 13 was the damage, but halved.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. And then.
Oh, just roll that.
What's the deal with like dragging people?
half speed.
Half speed.
Yeah.
Even for a no.
Hey?
Even for a no.
No, twice movements.
Yeah.
Gnome's only small.
He's a
I was a yeah.
I am just going to try.
Well, would this be an action? If I was to try and grab and like pull Rudy away, like, pull her over.
I don't know, like an action. I'd say that's probably a free action to move an ally who's like not resisting.
Yeah.
You know? She's just calm. She's not gonna be like, oh, fuck off. She's just gonna be like, oh,
No, I'm not even really dragging. I'm just like.
Well, that's, yeah, it's not like it's
leading her away. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to try and do that a minute.
So how far can you move her?
Well, I was here. I was here-ish. There's 5 to get over to her, so I've got 20 feet of speed, but maybe halved to.
So 10.
I think it's a 10
It's
feet.
probably already 5 feet away from the ghost as well.
Yeah.
So, all right. So yeah, once you get past basically a 15-foot threshold, you see that the chain kind of like becomes more and more taut, and as you cross the threshold, it could just kind of like dematerialize.
I should have tried that one.
Really, you're-
clever boy.
yeah. So you've been having all these nightmarish, horrible visions of decay and death that kind of suddenly like come to.
Are you still charmed that guy? You're like,
Okay, oh my god. Thank you, Dora.
It's now the Zambos, and that one, I think, after having been instructed while Rita was charmed, and down away, is going to attack Dragos. And it's going to hit, dealing 11 points of damage to Dragos.
cool.
And the other one is going to come. The other two are going to swarm Gash.
These two.
Yeah.
Out the cage and then this way.
Yeah.
What's that move? Speed 20?
Yeah.
5, 10.
Hey, Bruce.
Six.
They both missed. So I say,
Hey, Bruce.
I think it could slam into you. Like you just kind of like boot the first one back 5 feet, and the other one, as it slams, you just kind of like dodge out the way. And the next step is the ghost. So he is going to make an attack against Enoch, who's currently strained. To hit, I would not bad idea to do an uncanny dodge.
Are you charmed?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on the ceiling. That's tricky.
Anyone got any wind?
11 points of damage, so the chains tighten up around you.
Sure. I'm gonna obviously dodge, so that's 6. Damages it.
And the spectre's going to move slightly closer to you, Dorwin, and try and grab you.
Sure. I just say, I ghost looks something like this.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, definitely. Oh, is that an AI?
Yeah, made it.
Yeah.
Hey,
I just described the ghost.
Oh my god, James talking about AI.
You got a nat 1 against your door. So, I don't even know what to do with a nat 1 for this guy, to be honest.
He did what for me?
He tried to brain you.
Chain attack. Alright, yeah.
Maybe chain a zombie or something.
I think you just get healed fine.
Well, Lord, you pass some heals onto me. Nah, it's fine.
I'll just say this is without.
Gives you life.
Okay. So,
It's very lucky this.
I'm lucky. Enoch, it's your turn.
I am no longer charmed.
Hell yeah. Okay, Rudy.
Oh,
Yeah, shit, man.
I'm gonna.
oh, and can I do the whip? Can I do the frightened? Can I do the frightened thing as well?
Yes. Okay. Rudy's dodging. Jeff, I didn't prepare.
And I don't know what I'm doing anyway. Yeah, so
fine.
I'm just going.
Yeah, so you said you're dash, you're like going dash.
The other side of the room.
Okay, fine. 5, 10, bolted to the table. All the way over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that
Oh, wait,
have an
what is
opportunity
that?
attack?
What is that?
Yeah.
Surely it would provoke an optic because it's 10 foot.
Yes, but this is a 15-foot range, so if she extended a 15-foot range, that thing would try and whip you.
Yeah.
Wait,
I've got ranged attacks.
It's technically a melee attack with a 15-foot range.
Oh,
Opportunity attacks are only provoked by melee attacks.
But it's the range of the melee weapon, not just a standard 5 feet.
Yes, so like a spear guy can do a touch and go to you 10 foot. Yeah.
Cool, okay.
Ah, okay. So can I do that? Because I have my whip. So does my opportunity attack now range to 10 feet?
I would say, like, if you.
Sheath my sword.
Yeah.
If you.
I think that. No, I'm going to say probably. I'm probably going to say you can. If something's leaving your range, I'm going to say you can choose.
Okay.
Because I reckon, as something leaves, you could.
Yeah.
So, because sheathing's like a free action, you know?
Yeah.
But you might want to do your 5 anyway.
Yeah, it just depends on if it doesn't get in 5 feet of me, but it does get within 10 feet. I can use the whip, but not the sword.
Well, I mean, opportunity is actually leaving range, not entering.
Yeah,
exactly. But it's only half, isn't it?
Oh, I see,
So it
yes,
runs
yes,
half
yes.
be within 10 feet, yeah.
Yeah, good point.
So what do we call that?
So it's going to. I think it's quite interesting if we did that because it's like you've just come out of the stage, you're probably still really bad. You probably just had to stab away. And in doing so, you provoke this attack. And 18 to hit.
Obviously.
Can you get charmed again? Or is it
Yeah.
Oh no.
But being points of damage.
Okay.
And can you give me the charisma save, please?
God, I hate this game.
Do you want to do it with advantage?
Yeah, I want to do it with advantage.
Sure. She's got her wand. The wand of binding, she's got capacity to avoid.
Sweet little. Sweet.
Oh, thank God you did it with advantage!
Are you ready? Oh no.
She rolled that one,
Everything's okay.
And then what?
and then a 4, so because she did it with
No,
advantage.
she's got -1, so she rolled a 2.
Okay.
Down.
Alright, so I'll say that as you got to, so 5, 10, 15, as you got to here, you were like kind of running like maybe for the door, feeling a bit panicked, and then these chains just kind of wrap around you and pull you in.
Yeah.
Is that
Cinematic.
It is like this.
Through like, oh no.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, plan.
Yeah, cool. So it just keeps slashing away at this big boy.
Sure.
14.
14 just hits.
Just hits.
Oh, hang on, I think. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it does.
And 19 would then hit.
Yeah.
So it was. Oh, sorry, I can't see my damage rolls anymore. How do you see history again? I'll try to re-roll.
Sure, yeah.
Oh no, wait. It was 30 with that. Yeah, so 30 points of damage.
Okay, nice.
Oh no, sorry, I have to half them.
So no. Do you want to
Oh,
this
cool.
by?
Cool. Okay, yeah. Of death. Ooh.
Oh, sick.
Can I grab one of its chains and use it against it?
You describe whatever you want. Yeah?
Okay, cool. So
With your whip at the same time.
I'm gonna. So he's lashed Rudy past me, like over my shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slice through the chain, pick it up, run over,
Divine, like paladin energy, like
Yeah.
disintegrates the.
resonates through it, and just bursts open. Grab the chain, run up, run.
Chain starts to like go a little bit gold as well, maybe. Now it's like under your influence.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Run up, run up its like crooked back, wrap the chain around its neck, and yank until its head just like.
As you do that, it kind of pops off and kind of like begins to like flail and just like dematerialize, and you kind of like in like a big ball of black smoke. You see that kind of like looks like the wine, and then as the smoke dissipates, you will just and the zombies like kind of fade into ash. You see Pilana just emerge from this black smoke, just like holding the blood.
By really graciously just stepping forward.
Yeah.
How did you? What power did you just use for the? Was it just your sword? It's.
Oh, bringing up some more sharp.
That was in yours, mate.
Oh, I see. But did your sword have a quality, or is that just?
No, he's just
Being
like,
good.
yeah, he's just like a
Osgood's like you can, so just whatever you want to do.
Nice.
So I have just been sort of freshly emerging from my nightmarish horrors. I kind of like dropped down to the floor of the room on the table, and I slowly look down, and out of my like shoulder there's just unmistakably one of Getch's arrows. And I just look down and I go like, fuck, you need to work on your aim.
And I turn to Enoch humbly and I say, yes, I must apologise. That tortured soul did rather get the better of me as we entered the room.
Are you gonna fucking fix me there or what?
Maybe I should. And
Remember the short rests as well.
what? Remind me what you gained from a short rest?
You can have a number of hit die. So basically, at 9th level, you have 9 hit die. So if you as a D10, you can roll up to 9 D10 and get them back, and you as a D8 would be 9 D8.
But that's like until you finish a long rest. That's
That's the only you can only take
one short rest. You can have 9, or you can have like 1 in.
you have 4 short rests, and it's like 2 or 3.
So advice for you who's like something
I only take 4 hours for a long rest.
Say you
So when you guys are short resting, I'm just full
that's the
resting.
hit point,
Well,
and you
short rest
roll
is
rolling D8s.
Oh,
I just wanted
No,
to
short rest is 4
3.
Yeah,
Long rest 4. You might go over short max.
Yeah.
Kind of like what you need to be safe.
So what's the minimum?
Yeah,
Okay, so
you
you work up to-
can do them at one at a time if you want and see what they each are. Be like, okay, now I've got commit to like his ball.
Oh, that's good. That's
How long is a short rest?
I think an hour, maybe 2 hours.
Right.
A long rest today.
I thought it was an hour. No, it's like an hour. It's an hour.
Right, do you guys
Or
mind if
3
we
hours.
rest up for a bit?
Yeah, let's.
Gather ourselves before
Yeah, what it
we
was.
do that 4 more times.
You guys will be pretty sugar.
Oh, thank you so much for it.
It would be worth each of you looking into your individual things too, because like warlocks get their spells back on the short rest. You do based on your arcane tradition, right? Cool. I don't think druids do get spells back on a short rest.
No, I think it's a special. Something about that. I think it was like a specific thing. Oh, it might have been a feat that I didn't choose.
Oh, arcane recovery.
Arcane recovery, that's it, yeah.
Theoretically, could we do a 4-hour rest?
Probably not in
You're
here.
trying to get a long rest as well.
Yeah, it's half.
Yeah.
I would say I don't think so in this setting.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna have a short rest, are we? In here?
Yeah, I mean maybe not in the torture room. Go back to the torture room.
I can my wild shape.
Are you gonna?
Yeah, I push it.
Are you gonna fix me or what? Yes.
Well, let's return
Do
to
a short rest.
the hallway and
Oh my god.
we'll take a moment
Shape and everything.
to patch ourselves up.
Okay.
If you still feel inadequately rested, I will spend some magic to heal you.
Don't forget, I've also got my lay on hands pool, so that doesn't take any spell slots.
Yeah, I know,
It's pretty
but-
useful.
Yeah, shot.
So I would say as well, like just as a bit of meta advice, is it's worth maximizing hit die because when you're in combat, you can obviously still use your spells and stuff. You can't use your hit die. in combat.
Yeah, I know, but
It's role playing.
As in, like, it's worth if you've got an opportunity to use hit die instead of spells and abilities, and do that.
I'll say what, for flavour, I'm doing flavour. Mechanically, I'll use a hit.
Oh, okay.
But for role play,
You'll be pissed off.
no, for role, mechanically I'll use a hit die, but for role play and flavour, you'll fucking hate me.
Okay. Or you're gonna be like nagging me to heal you the whole time. Yeah.
I'm like 1 HP off full. fucking shot me, guys.
You know what we'll do? We'll go back into. So should we say that we're returning to the hallway and we're like.
And I'm like, just really like making a bit of it, like holding my arm, like.
And I come over and I'll go to as if I'm about to lay my hands and I'll literally put one hand on your good shoulder.
Yeah.
And then like look you in the eye as if I'm about to look after you and I'll just grab the arrow and yank it.
And reflectively, I just as you bend down, as you do pull away, I just back. Get off!
Right, so imagine.
Sorry.
Yeah, she goes and have a little nap and you're just like, get his hands. Like,
Oh shit!
I pull the arrow out and just sheath it.
Yeah, and I do 1 undefined damage with my backhand because of my rings. Wait, hang on. I'll roll to hit you.
You roll to hit me and you like completely miss.
The pain.
Yeah. And also, you probably like go to like slap me across the face, but I just stand up and you completely
Just tickles your nuts.
But those rings do feel good.
You guys all grab the black. Oh, you got it. Yeah.
So sorry, remind us. So, what I my short rest.
So you'll hit die. So it'll be on your little resty boy. Oh, one other thing as well. We'll get to.
Okay.
Wait a minute. But also on the corpse that's burning.
Yeah.
Can everybody please give me a perception and tell me whoever's the highest active? Yeah.
Oh, baby.
26.
26.
Yeah.
24. Fuck.
23.
Pretty good.
Nice. Okay, so you you in the bonfire thing. You notice that the dying zombie actually, like the burnt zombie, actually has a ring on its finger which is completely unaffected by the bonfire.
Okay.
And you remove it and kind of inspect it for a minute. You see that this is a ring of X-ray vision.
Oh. Oh.
That's so handy. Can it see through like magical darkness?
I'll explain how we
Specific problems.
Something we're probably not going to encounter again.
I mean, I'd imagine most of the doors would have the same thing.
While wearing this ring, you can use an action to
Probably
speak
just
a word. When you do so, you can see into and through solid matter for 1 minute. This vision has a radius of 30 feet. To use solid objects within that radius appear transparent and don't prevent light from passing through them. The vision can penetrate 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, or up to 3 feet of wood or dirt. Thicker substances block the vision, as does a thin sheet of lead.
It's like a Superman rules.
So, if you were trying to look into a room and the room was smaller than 30 feet, you wouldn't see any of that room because it was all transparent.
Is it what was it?
No, it's like the wall between you and the room would become transparent.
But it said everything, like, you
So
know,
the
like
vision has a radius, so you see 30 feet into the room, but not beyond.
But so sorry, this is me being nitpicky.
No, it's fine, yeah.
If you were trying to look into a room to see what was inside and it was smaller than 30 feet across, you would see beyond the room and see anything in the room.
Oh, no, you'd see, the vision has a range of 30 feet.
Right.
You'd see everything between you and 30 feet, not beyond 30 feet.
So imagine like an X-ray still shows it like bones and stuff. So you like see the full. You see
Like we'd see 30 feet in that direction. We'd see through to the kitchen and not beyond the kitchen.
Right.
Yeah.
Also interesting.
Also to be nitpicky, but made metal somewhere.
That, yes, give it to someone else.
If so you can use it once per long rest for free. You can use it again before taking a long rest, but you've got to succeed on a con save or gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, that's useful though.
Yeah, that's cool.
And we'll use the new.
Can you fail on a con save and then still?
If you fail, you gain the exhaustion. If you
Oh, I
succeed,
see.
you
So
just
that's
keep
the
it
risk.
free.
Right.
Yeah.
And we'll use the new exhaustion rules where it's worn off everything.
And did you need a bit about the foot of stone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you read that as.
I'm guessing we're going to call it what? There, right?
Oh, yeah, 10. Yeah, time flies.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
We could go back, have our little short rest, and then sort of regroup, and then like, or we could do all that next time on easy weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well do the short rest now, just to say it's not bad.
Yeah. And we're set up and ready to go.
Yeah, so basically you'll have it. I don't know the D&D Beyond sheets, but somewhere we'll have like a hit die count.
Yeah. So if you
click short rest, it tells you how many. It gives you like your options of dice, and you like select how many you want to use in that short rest.
So I would suggest right away with your short rest, it's worth doing 1 die at a time.
Right.
You don't want to accidentally spend too many hit die and go beyond your max.
Yeah.
So just keep pressing short rest.
I did take the damage.
Also, like, I guess we're all keen to see what will happen when we put this black dragon.
Oh yeah, let's do
in
that.
the
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, you checked the roll.
1 second before you do that.
Yeah. The die.
Cool.
Yeah.
you've done that, okay.
I've done that. Got most of my.
Oh, nice.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Actually, my little dice calculator was full for that. health you're going to get off the die.
Oh yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, that's true.
Especially missing.
Yeah, how many should I use? Yeah.
Too many, too little.
So you want to? I used 2 and I'm back to full health.
Is it?
So yeah, I mean, you want to insert the thing into the thing?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's.
Okay. Basically, you pop it in. It's very satisfying. 'Cause it like perfectly fits into the area.
Chunks.
But nothing happens.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Which
Glad we rolled like that.
black. Which colour did we put in?
So it's black.
Oh, nice.
So,
Do them one at a time
But why did you say do that?
because you might get a very good outcome from the first one.
Yeah, but if you do them two at a time, you have to take 2 hours of hospital rest.
No. Not like it.
that's a bit easy, yeah. To like just keep short resting until you get to the maximum health.
Yeah, kind of defeats the point.
Well, no, but
when you should
I think, like, if we were doing the rules normally, it wasn't D&D Beyond.
Oh, you
I think
roll
you
it
do one dice at a time, so it's like the same.
Oh,
Not that you're actually.
Oh, I see.
It's
Yeah.
just how we work out the
Yeah.
numbers.
Fair.
what you can do though is if you go to short rest, click 1, and then click the roll dice button, then you can click another one, roll dice button, click one, and then you click take short rest once you've like reached the number. So, you can do. So if you click 1, roll that. Yeah.
First floor, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And roll it.
Yeah.
So now you've got thingy, and then once you've got as much points,
So yeah, we had it-
short rest. And apply that.
We had it down as white, but that was black.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're following basic escape room rules,
Yeah.
they could be more complicated than putting it in the bright black and black, etc. I mean, it might not. We can see.
Well,
Yeah, because they-
like that, wouldn't we?
We have this riddle kind of thing.
I mean, to be fair, nothing's happened, so should we try putting it into all the other slots? If anything like a
I
magic
think
will happen?
that we'd only see the
Thing when all of them.
when all of the.
But there might be. I mean, it would be.
I think it would be right. I'm just trying to.
a coordinated thing and be like, nah, black goes in red.
But that would be
white
why
goes in
it's a. That would be why it's a riddle, not
Yeah.
just like.
Should we get all the keys first?
blue. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm just thinking ahead, but yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's a good bit.
You might be right. Yeah.
No, yeah, you might be right actually.
Because they don't really correspond to what you'd expect them to.
Because this poem, if that does, match up to the things, then that would be like, where the first one should go would be in ice, the second one should go
You would
in
think
the
so, but-
But like, the first one is talking about just like bone and he was like undead and shit. So
Yeah, but the
From the
fourth
riddle.
one is literally about them.
I think we'll have more information about when we got seeing what the other ones look like.
Yeah. Well, we've got more.
When we got the trophies
You're right.
look like.
and it was a room of undead shit. So it's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think we got the black one, but that should go into the white
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Well,
something like that.
maybe, but we'll
Maybe.
see.
Yeah, we can try.
Um,
Do the colours
Not
first.
to metal.
What sort of level are
And
you going to get to
presumably-
when you're?
well, it might also help us know which door
What do you got?
eliminate. Obviously, what you've done.
Yeah,
If
I'm tuned to something.
it's mentioned, it'd
I haven't got any.
be good to like.
Oh,
talk
it's
about
the magic of
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, they'd be really